What's up, 0 people?
0 people. There's
They're
0
all over at
people.
Roy's
None.
channel.
Hey, everybody's over at Roy's. When you guys, after Roy ends his, maybe you'll creep over this way. I'm sure some people will straggle in. But
Actually, mine shows that there's 5 in here.
yeah, mine just changed to, dude. I'm telling you, the timing. StreamYard's one thing, but YouTube's even worse. When I do live YouTubes in the car, it'll say 15, then it'll go 4, 0, and then it'll say 21, all within like 5 seconds. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Well, that you can't ever rely on that number. Even in the thing. Hey, Craig. Even in the chat, you can't rely on how many it's actually watching. That's the bad part.
Nay.
The other thing too is that now vertical ones get put in the shorts feed live. So sometimes, like when I end a video, it's crazy numbers, but like I would do a ride along for Curry back in the day. I would have like at the end of it, I'd have like 175 views, and the average watch time was like 15 minutes. Now it's like 2 minutes, and I have like 600 views because you appear vertically in the live feed too. So people are just, and I mean, I don't know what that's even really doing, because I think you agree, Gary, that shorts are not a way that you're going to get long-term viewers.
Well, like actually, I mean, shorts are great if you want to be a shorts channel. If you want to be known for shorts, I mean, YouTube pays you for shorts. So if you want to be a shorts channel, you can post shorts. I prefer shorts over videos. I just do. I'm not watching somebody's 12-hour ride along.
You have TikTok brain,
stream. Yeah, I do. I need to be in and out within a couple minutes. Like I don't have all day to sit there and watch you.
That's what she said.
Yeah, you got. Hey, if it takes more than a couple minutes, that's your problem, not mine.
Oh, that's why Donna.
Oh, and there. Speaking of, there's Donna. Hi, Donna.
Donna's like, I don't got all day for this.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know.
Hi, Grace. She said hi to Gary and I, but not to.
Yeah,
not to Josh.
She don't like me now.
Hi, Ellen. How are you?
Hey, Ellen. How's Vegas?
It's a good thing Ellen's here, because you know what, Gary, I saw something on obviously I was doing the live, but I saw it after the fact in the chat. I guess I missed this, but this is from the other night. And so I've got a challenge for everybody out there. If somebody can please send me Ellen's Playmates link, that would be awesome. Okay, because first person to send it to me, I'll pay you $100. So
you're kind of cheap, Steve. You gotta, yeah.
Well, I mean, I could probably research it myself. Again, guys, look, I mean, Ellen says, Gary, I started on Playmates. And then I know she corrected herself.
That was the best typo ever. It really was.
But I don't think it was a typo. I think she's on Playmates and Postmates. And she was like, shit, I meant Postmates. Like,
you know, Playmates was actually in Oklahoma City. There was a strip club called Playmates.
me and Craig need to go there.
It closed down, Josh.
Ah, damn, we can reopen it for one day.
She's Ellen, you could just provide it yourself too. I'd give you the $100. Same deal to you.
Hold on, Steve. You're offering people money, but you still haven't sent me my gas card from the delivered contest. I mean, come on.
Wait, whoa.
No, that was delivered. That was delivered. That was.
I need to send you something.
Delivered.
It's funny that he sent out a PS5, all this other stuff, but he doesn't get you a $25 gas card.
Josh,
Josh is the one guy I'll leave off the list. He doesn't need that gas card.
Well, he probably got tired of me declining all of his dog crap orders. He said to me. $20 order going 30 miles. Oh, let's send it to Josh.
What's up, Carnifage? What's up, Traveler? And did we get everybody in here? Yes, so far so good. We are good. So I pulled up some funny TikToks, you guys. I had one for Josh, but it wouldn't take it because it was an ad. Like I tried to pull it over to that TikTok converter thing, and it wouldn't. I didn't know it wouldn't take ads, but it was basically.
Why don't you just
Viagra or Cialis? And it was explained. It said Viagra Viagra when you need it in 10 minutes. Cialis when you need it every day.
Hey, Steve, I have no issue. There's a reason why I lived rent-free for 4 years with my girlfriend.
Well, I'm just giving you shit, dude, because you live in Philly. I know I'm in Colorado, but I'm originally from Michigan, and we just have a smart-ass forever battle going between us.
Yeah, Colorado sucks and Philly's better.
I said Michigan, though.
Michigan's even worse. I mean,
dude, don't go there.
I mean, what's good about Michigan?
The Great Lakes. We have a hunting cabin up in the northern part of the Manistee National Forest, Traverse City, the UP, Picture Rocks, boating in the summer. Shall I go on? Music in Detroit, Detroit's revived district. You name it. I mean, how much more should I say? What do you got in Philly? You got 5 Great Lakes or 4 Great Lakes?
We got amazing foods. Gary can contest to that.
I know you got the Rocky statue. That's cool.
I mean, that's the dumbest thing ever.
I mean, it's cool that you can put a statue to a fake thing.
I mean, and everybody stands around there and tries. Even the Middletons took pictures like tourists the other.
I went when I was doing the Elton John shows there. I went and saw it, and I was amazed. I didn't go to the Liberty Bell, but I went to the Rocky statue.
Well, you can't even go to it. It's in a case now because it cracked.
Right. It's like the Mona Lisa. It's in like one of those
we have
super
plenty of great casinos. We have amazing food. We have great strip clubs.
Okay. So does Detroit. If that's what you're into, so does Detroit.
Let me say, we have great sports teams, I guess. Okay. Detroit definitely doesn't.
Yeah, but Detroit's coming back hard, and you know that, bro. And I know you know baseball. You know the Tigers are rebuilding a huge.
The Tigers are going to be terrible this year.
Oh man, you are so wrong, Josh.
I can't wait to take your money. We have free cab.
Are we gonna bet the 0.5 difference? I'll give you a half point. I love those
free
bets.
Cab. Do you have free cab?
Oh, not yet.
Oh, Rudy got us that.
Right. I said not yet, though. You don't have it yet.
That's true.
You can't call one till April.
We got Jesse taking us to lunch when he calls us.
Again, I think I named like a lot of beautiful, awesome things to do. You can hunt and kill shit up in the upper part of Michigan. In fact, we have too much of like everything, so they want you to. They encourage it. I don't know, man. Beauty.
I will say, Philly is not as cool as everybody makes it out to be.
See? Admitted loser.
I was just hyping it up just to get under your skin.
No,
I mean,
I've told you, Josh. I got a lot of Philly. I oddly have I have a group of Philly fans here who are either from Philadelphia or what is it? Is it College Station where Penn State is?
College, yeah, it's like 5 hours.
Yeah, away. Not only did they go to school there, some of them are from there. So I actually have a group of friends out here that are from the Philly area or mostly, and they're just like all my Michigan friends. It's so weird. We're like a breed for sure.
I will say Philly is overrated.
That's because you've lived there forever.
That's because you're from. Dude, have you ever vacationed? Have you ever left the state?
I don't think he's.
I've been to South Carolina.
He went to New York City with us.
I went to Vegas.
Okay, I mean that doesn't, dude. The weird thing about Philly is a lot of travel doesn't count because you can be out of the state in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I've been to Vegas. I've been to North Carolina, South Carolina and North Carolina.
Awesome.
I don't like to go anywhere because
you ever seen the Pacific Ocean?
No, what the heck do I need to see that? Look, I have
flat earther.
I have 2 requirements. I have 2 requirements when I travel. Your state better have legalized gambling, because I am not going to a state that doesn't have it, and you better have good food.
Right.
And,
So-
and if you have legalized weed, it's a bonus for.
Oh, that's big time. I will. Actually, the girlfriend just ordered me a little care package the other day from Amsterdam.
I don't know if have you guys seen all these TikToks about like and I mean a lot of this stuff, you know, of course, even the government acknowledges it, but we won't dive down that conspiracy hole. But have you seen all the people about whether to reincarnate or not reincarnate and come back to the planet and like how to do it? Have you seen any of these?
No.
Like when you die,
No.
you like look down a portal of light and you can either walk into it, which is what most people do, which just recirculates you and puts you back on Earth for another life, or you can turn around from the thing of light and look back into the
into hell.
No, yeah,
like don't want to go back to hell.
But if you turn around, supposedly you go back to your origins or whatever. This person put out a funny TikTok. I like it because they're
That kind of looks like Gary.
Can you bring that up and just pause it real quick?
I don't think I can pause. Can you? I don't think so.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can pause it.
I don't know if you can pause it, or you should be able to pause it when you bring it.
Well,
in.
no, I mean I preloaded them into StreamYard.
Oh,
I don't think I can pause it there.
I don't think you can.
But why? What are you trying to?
Is that a flat Earth behind? Look at the Earth behind it. It's flat, has icicles on the bottom.
All right.
I can't deal with flat earthers. I ain't nobody I like believes that crap.
I do. I can't
Oh,
believe
stop
people
it.
think it's round, dude. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I like walking outside looking at pyramids every time I want.
here's my thing about the flat earthers, and I don't mean any diss on any of you guys, but here's a perfect example. I live in Denver.
Yes,
I live in Denver in the middle of the country. Okay. If you take a plane east or west, you can still get to Japan. How does that work if it's flat?
Hey Gary, Cray even anointed that looks like Gary in that video.
Hey, don't be mad at my mad dancing skills, y'all.
Is that how he got Donna 25 years ago?
All right. And this one, it might seem a little rude to you guys, but this is for the people. This is for the people in the chat. I really want to hear your opinions. If any of you think there's any truth to this, because this person had a shit ton of views on this, and I was very shocked.
Wait, what's a shit ton of views? Like millions or thousands?
Like hundreds of, like, I don't know, 700,000.
Oh.
That's not a lot.
But her channel doesn't have a ton of action, so it was weird. It was her standout video. But let's see.
Can somebody tell me if this is true? The reason why men like glasses is because they imagine unloading onto them, if you know what I mean. And that's why it's like a thing for men. Somebody told me that once, and I'm not sure if it's true or not. So men, can you confirm? Is that true or false?
I don't like how she talks.
You don't like her accent?
Me. No, it was just bothering me how her lip was like in the upper lip and the side of her mouth. It was just bothering me. Couldn't see it. Stop staring at it. What the hell was that?
SuNdAy FuNdAy, baby.
It was a walrus smacking a girl on the ass.
Hey, Steve. Me and Gary were talking about the other day. We were talking. Did you call the sex doll shop on SuNdAy FuNdAy one time?
No.
Oh, I thought you
Denver
guys
dolls? No.
I think we
talked about it.
I think we just left it as a project to do.
Yeah, we talked about it. We looked at their website. We wanted Steve to go do a walkthrough.
Yeah,
and see if he couldn't get a free rental.
We might have called and just left a message though. Like I don't think you get somebody on the phone when you call.
No, I don't think
they call you back. I think they want to make sure you're real and. They want to call you. So even if they're open and sitting there, my guess is they're not picking up the call and they're calling you back and making sure that you're a real person, real line. Because I'm sure they get a lot of just trash calls. I mean, like ours would have been, but I was going to be more sneaky about it and infiltrate first and get in there. And I was mostly curious about the cleaning process. That's what I really cared about. I wanted to see these people in hazmat suits with.
I don't think it's a person that does it. I think it's automated.
It's probably a robot.
Like I legit think they take the doll in, they set it on this rod that just goes up and down like this.
But what goes in the hole?
A little cleaning brush. Like it goes. That's what I imagine.
Stretch it out?
It's a robot banging a robot.
Oh my God.
I mean, wouldn't that stretch it out, or is she robotically able to kegel it back or something?
that is a question for them. But that is how I picture they clean it. Because the only other way to clean that, I would think, would be to take a power washer, put it in there, and just pull the cord and just.
You don't remember? Wait, you don't remember this? We did see that they were hiring. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, they were hiring cleaners.
I thought you go get a job there. You refused.
Cleaners.
Okay, go get a job.
No,
you can record it for us,
dude. I wouldn't even do it with the hazmat suit.
How much would you need to do that for one day, Steve?
Yeah, I would. That's exactly what would happen. I'd walk in, I'd see it, they'd go put that on. I'd be like, nope.
I need to know, for me to do that job, first, I need to know how the cleaning process works. Do I have to touch it? Can I put it on a stand?
Dude, those are like
I mean
40 grand. Those are like
I mean the inside of it. Like, do I have to reach up in there and clean it, or can I just put it on the stand and another robot bang cleans it, or can I power wash it out?
Even putting it on the stand, you just still have to pick it up and put it on.
I'm okay with that. That's what rubber gloves are for. Oh. I just don't want to reach up in there and clean it.
Just so you know, nothing's clean on that thing. Like, there's shit all over it when it comes back.
But before I can give you an answer, I need to know how the cleaning process works before I can decide if I would go do it at all.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the person I feel most bad for are those people who are the pimps that sit outside, who bring them and set them up, because they also have to collect them. That's got to be just nasty.
Yeah, I bet you anything. I told you before. I bet you they walk in there, they take a big bag, wrap it up in it, and throw it in the chest.
Yeah, and make it look like a dead body when they're taking it out.
Well, we know that they bring them in the chest. Remember we seen that?
Yeah, and the rolling ombi cases.
Like a big old luggage rack.
Yeah, I mean, how much would it suck to be outside in your car waiting, and all of a sudden the call comes in and the guy's like, "I'm done."
30 seconds in.
Like, I would call a DoorDash driver and ask them to do it when they got there. Dude, I'll give you $50 if you go up into this room and stuff this woman into a box.
Like, I can't believe nobody that works there hasn't made a video
on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Gary's going to ask you how your son was doing, but he sent me a video of how he's doing.
Yeah. Look at that lane. I taught him that, by the way.
Dude, is that not like, isn't that our tax dollars? Like, to me, it's funny, but it's not.
That's not our tax dollars. That I guarantee you is a video game.
Is it just that great of editing? Because I almost know where like ports like that are. Like Port of Miami's like that on the right side. It has those orange, like I know those orange.
Have you not seen the video of the body cam of the officer shooting those two guys? Like I would have to look it up, but there's a video game out there and it's so realistic. It's body cam perspective, and you play as this cop, and it's so realistic looking that people were calling in about it. Like, let me find it.
Here, well, Gary, I wanted you to see this too. I mean, so this is AI. No joke. I just saw this today.
This is breaking news right now.
This is unbelievable. If you haven't seen it, Sora is the text video model from OpenAI. They've been talking about this. You give a prompt. I'll just read this one out loud. Beautiful snowy Tokyo City is bustling. The camera moves through the bustling city street, following several people enjoying the beautiful snowy weather and shopping at nearby stalls. Gorgeous sakura petals are flying through the wind along with snowflakes. And this, if you weren't studying it, would look like a major feature film.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, it looks to me like 4K video. I mean, I'm not sure it actually is 4K, but it looks pretty darn close.
Yeah, the rendering resolution can be whatever you want it to be.
Right. The fact that you can describe the...
So this whole thing comes from text?
Yeah.
Dude, what the hell, man? They go on. It's a minute and a half video. I cut it at 30 seconds, you guys. But they go on to say, like, this is the future. And when they said this, I was like, totally. This is the future of gaming. Everybody creating their own game through text.
See, that's what you need to do, Gary, so you'll be able to retire.
Check this out right here.
Okay.
Where's that?
And wait, what's it called first, though?
Just says unrecorded. That's all it says.
Okay.
Look, speak of the devil, Bud Soda's here.
This is a video game, by the way.
That looks like I'm watching TV.
Yeah, it's a video game.
That looks like wow, that's pretty cool. What video game is it?
I don't know. I just remember seeing it, so I Googled it real quick. But yeah, that's how realistic video games are becoming. You know, especially with the help of AI and everything. Like, everybody was calling in about this game once it actually hit TikTok.
Is that cut in the corners? Is it a VR?
No, it's supposed to be like from a body cam perspective.
Oh, so it's got the little hexagon.
So it's got the little hexagon on the body cam and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay, because I mean, at one point I could tell, like, when I saw, well, first of all, there was a little gamer name popped up, but I mean, when he turned the corner, I felt like I could tell, like, that looked like a game to me, but the starting point, not at all.
Right. Well, and there's more to it. Like, the whole thing's like, I don't know, super long, you know, and so, but I mean, there's parts of it that you can definitely tell, oh, okay, this could be a game, but then there's parts of it that are like, oh crap, this could be real. Hey, Cody.
So, okay, this.
Hello, Cody.
But did you not see that? Speaking of AI generation, the one where they had the presidents meeting up. Like this AI can generate some stuff.
I'm really concerned about the AI generation, or the AI voice models. They are so fucking close. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like, it can replicate a voice in just minutes and then turn it into anything. Like Luis, Delivery TV, he sent me a converter to turn my 13-minute videos into Spanish, and I've only played with it. I haven't made a full one yet, but it converts it, and it also changes your mouth in the video
to match what you're saying.
That's creepy.
Yeah, so that you don't see me. It doesn't look like a goddamn Godzilla movie.
Right.
You know, like, it looks legit. Not only am I speaking Spanish fluently, my mouth is doing it too. And you don't see kind of any kind of pixelation or anything. It's scary, dude. But not as scary as this dumbass. I want to show you this guy. This guy, I mean, I like the story, but wow. Like, just the beginning part. Tell me that any of you, after not seeing this thing, would do this after this one.
Even after many years, the lion still recognized the person who once saved it. The little lion, abandoned by its mother years ago, followed the ranger home. The ranger took the cub in, treating it with love as if it were his own child. When it was young, it was playful and sometimes a bit naughty, but the ranger adored it. He would wash its face, give it massages, and they played together.
It's that first scene when he jumps on him
Right.
Like he's like, oh, he recognizes me, or he's really hungry.
Eat your ass.
I mean, I'm sure they did like some kind of like, oh yeah, he touched him first. And it wasn't like, but I mean, it seemed like they made it look like first encounter. Like, oh, open the gates.
Some of these people are dumb. Like I seen this TikTok the other day, and it's a guy with an alligator, you know, and he's explaining that it is still dangerous, you know, and the alligator could attack him, but he knows how to handle the alligator. I'm like, no, you don't. You're just lucky the alligator isn't attacking you. I don't care what you think you know how to handle.
Yeah,
And that's why I would never live in Florida. Them damn alligators.
Well,
I mean,
how many times a day do you think I see a gator, Josh?
Probably about once a week.
No.
We,
No.
they're like in Gary's yard. What are you thinking? Dude? I mean, we do see when you see a video from Florida that a gator was in the yard, it's very rare. Like it's not like everybody has gators in their backyard, like crickets or something.
Cray may have gators walking up to our yard.
But then nobody'd have pets in Florida. They'd all be dead. Like,
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. We know where to go and drive and see a gator. Like if I want to show you a gator, I kind of know where they hang out. But
the Everglades.
well, I mean, like in here we got certain ones that have like certain ponds that they hang around and stuff like that. You
we
know,
have them here in Denver too. At this place, the zoo.
The zoo, yeah. You know, but I mean, now here's the thing. I won't get in the water in Florida unless I can see through it. That's for sure.
When I lived in Miami, dude, seeing through it sometimes a little scary too, because some big things, like I was surprised when I lived down there, how many big things really come in close
and fast.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just like Jesus, what are you doing in 2 feet of water?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Christ, dude.
I need to address the comment in there. Mose, I am working SuNdAy because I am not stressing out over 100 deliveries like I did last month.
If Josh talks about working, he goes to timeout. Anybody who joins the stream when we post the link, you go to timeout for 5 minutes. Second time, you get kicked out.
That's all I want to say.
This isn't a work stream, is what he's saying.
Well, we know Steve don't work.
Nah,
I mean, I don't work hard or anything.
Yeah.
Hang out.
Steve, about those Taylor Swift tickets, I heard you're gonna hook me up with 2 of them.
I've got hundreds. How many you want?
Well, I told him the deal, Steve. I told him how it would work. I said you can go to Taylor Swift with Steve. I said he'll get you in. I was like, here's what Steve's gonna do. I said he's gonna go in first with his badge, and he's gonna walk past the same security guard like 4 or 5 times. So that way, that guard's like, oh, okay, just go ahead. And once he starts just flagging Steve in, Steve's gonna come out and he's gonna give you the badge, and then you're gonna grab like some cable, throw it over your shoulder, walk in, just hold up the badge, and keep walking.
Actually, what I would do is get a badge from somebody else on my team and take it out to you, because at a smaller venue, something tiny, yeah, Gary's right. The guy would just get to know you. But at bigger shows like this, even if he saw me come in 100 times, he's gonna every time say, "Show me the badge."
Because it's a major superstar.
I mean, like I could sit there and talk to him and have lunch with him even when he takes a break, and then he'd still make me the rest of the time.
Craig,
he makes sure your ass ain't fired.
I am not a
Josh does talk about it a lot. I should probably learn about Taylor Swift from Josh. He says it's his girl, but I bet it's him. She probably hates
girlfriend loves Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift grew up and was born and raised from about 10 minutes away from where I live. So
Prince of Russia?
No, she lived
Rug of Persia.
Rug of Persia. Rug of Persia. Wait, what's your favorite song, Josh? Come on.
I don't know any of her favorite songs. Whatever Travis Kelce likes.
Oh, you know you be jamming. Come on.
You want me to put some T-Swift on right now for you?
Come on, put some Swifty on.
Gotta give me a French bracelet.
You know, I gotta say, so the person I don't want to say my boss, but my boss for the laser company went and did the first 5 shows or 6 shows at the Tokyo Center for Taylor Swift in Japan, and then not doing any shows the rest of the world tour. Why we're doing the 3 shows in October in Miami, because those are her first shows back in the United States. But after he did those shows, I talked to him and I asked him about the Swifties because I wanted to know. I was like, so what is that crowd? Is it just the same old like young girls kind of? And he said no. He said he said oddly it's like women of all ages. He said He said Swifties aren't like what we're used to with like boy bands and like young girls and their dads taking them. You got 25, 35-year-old women in groups going.
You got Steve. Yeah, see, Donna said we could make it to Miami.
How am I sneaking like 10 of you in?
4 of us you need to get past it for. How about you?
I mean, I guess with the lasers, after I take the lasers out, I guess I could come out and get you guys in crates. Like put you into those, because we have those, like we were just talking about those zombie cases. We have long ones.
Steve's gonna forget that. Like somebody's gonna come by and snatch Steve up. We're just gonna be locked in this case. They're gonna be like, "We need you right now." He's like,
"Well,
okay.
I got radios. I'd have a radio to my other, because I'll have 2 guys with me on the team for my team, and then I'll have the radio for the whole production team. So I can go to my team and go, "Yo, let my friends out of the cases." I don't want them to die.
there's two big ass dudes in them cases. There are probably some dying in there.
I mean, I would imagine I've worked so many different types of shows. I would imagine Taylor Swift security is pretty much at the top of them. I'm just guessing. I know I'm sure. I know she has she has a couple stalkers. She has one that like literally gets out of jail, stalks her, goes back. Like
there was a dude that was following her airplane the whole time.
I'm just saying, like I would imagine her security. First of all, these are huge productions in stadiums. That always is more security, but like, I would think she has a ton.
Maybe I'm weird. Like I don't have that obsession with artists.
Yeah.
Like I just don't like I mean I know some of her songs and they're okay, but am I going to obsess over her? No.
If the original if 1977 Led Zeppelin was touring one last tour through America and they were playing 2 hours from you, would you make it a point to get there?
No.
You guys suck, dude.
Led Zeppelin sucks. Name one good Led Zeppelin song.
What's that?
Name one good Led Zeppelin song.
Every one of them.
I can't name
you know what though? Here's the bad part is I couldn't even tell you one of their songs unless you started singing it.
Jesus Christ, man! You guys heard of Pink Floyd too? Like,
yeah. But I could not tell you one of their songs unless you started singing it.
The only band
no, they didn't all die.
The only band that I care about was. The only good band alive is Oasis when they were not fighting.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm about to kick you out, Josh. Taylor Swift and Oasis. That's what you listen to? You fucking... I'm going to use a flex term, you momo.
Taylor Swift tickets right now for 2 tickets right now.
Like
the cheapest is $1,800. $1,800. 2 tickets.
Oh,
yeah. They're crazy. You can go down to the parking lot when the girlfriend wanted to go to the parking lot to listen to it because you can sit outside when they were in Philly, and it was $80 to sit outside and listen to the concert.
It's free to turn on your radio.
Oh my God.
Like, what is wrong with you people? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get the obsession with it. Like, I'm not paying $1,900 to go see somebody in concert.
Well, most Gary, you know what? I've never, ever paid $1,900 to see anything.
I better be getting more than just a concert.
But I mean, also, like most concerts, guys, are not, even in these horrible economic times, don't go over $50. Like Red Rocks tickets don't go over $50.
That's what
you got to remember, I get into a lot of shit for free, but even if I didn't, I still love music enough that I'd go.
Like $50 is probably like, I don't know, my really cap. I mean, like I don't want to
Okay, either you can answer what they are, or we'll make Donna do it. But if you don't remember what they are, Donna's gonna get mad. What'd she make you go to? Since clearly you don't.
Well,
like
I know one was at Sturgis. I don't remember who it was.
Oh, Jekyll.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was at the Buffalo, not the Buffalo. Well, there's a lot of them at the Buffalo Chips, but I don't know. Is that place that burnt down up there?
Oh, he's been to 4 concerts. See, Donna's your wife's been to a lot. What do you do?
Well, she goes to them. I don't go to them, but we don't pay thousands of dollars for them. I'll tell you that we don't.
I've been to 5.
There
concerts.
there aren't not every concert. Not even
I think
not
even
even
the highest
half
concert,
1% are over 1,000, bro.
Yeah, I think the highest we ever paid was like the latest one, which was in Tampa, and it was like $100 and something a ticket.
You paid? What'd you pay for $100 a ticket?
Babe, what concert was that? I don't even.
Because
I didn't go.
Now you just broke even something. I don't. You spent more on a concert.
No. That wasn't me. That was her. I didn't go. That was her. She went.
You're very defensive.
Yeah, I did not go to that concert.
You sound like you're giving Congress testimonial. No. Let's be
Pink.
clear.
That's the one. It was for Pink. It was in Tampa. Her and her friend went. But I don't remember what concerts we went to at all. The only concert I actually remember going to, and this because we went whenever I was a kid over and over again, was the Steve Miller Band.
The most expensive concert I've been to was Oasis.
God, man, you and Oasis and Taylor Swift. And at
greatest
least with
band
Taylor
alive.
Swift, I'll give you this, man. Like anybody in here, because I'm not like jamming out her stuff either. Look, I listen to other stuff, my music, but her production is pretty wicked, dude. I will say that. Like she not only does a lot of money go into that, but I've seen.
But she also takes care of everyone, supposedly.
Supposedly, from all your research. Josh is the stalker, dude.
No. I did see that. I've seen that before on a news article. Like,
no, she did.
She gave all her truckers like $100K bonus,
which I think like that. Which I think. I mean, I don't think their year income is much over that. It's basically doubled it.
Yeah, but if all you're doing is going to Taylor Swift concerts with all the stuff, that's the easiest gig in the world.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You're not
constantly moving because she's not. I mean, right now she's on a world tour, but she's not always on tour.
Yeah, but when she's here though, it's like she's 1 or 2 nights at that same location. So you get there the day before her, and then you leave right after the concert once they load everything up.
Wait, Gary, you went to a Green Day show. You didn't remember it, and you didn't enjoy that either.
That was the one in Texas, I believe.
You
didn't enjoy that energy at a Green Day show?
Oh, I had fun. Yeah, we had a great time. Yeah. I just, like I said, I just can't tell you because I don't pay attention.
Green Day's up there is like the top 3 concerts I want to see.
It's like all of Gary's hard drive is full, and what he does know, he's super smart about. Like he's like, I don't know about me. I don't know anything. Every concert's $1,900. That's why I don't go. Like,
no, I just don't go. I just don't go. Like if it's cheap enough, I'll go. Because like when you go, as long as you have a great time, it's great. You know, it's kind of like comedy shows. Like I've seen Fluffy. We did not see him in a big venue. We seen him in a very small venue. We got to hang out with him and meet him and things like that. To see him in a big venue cost a lot more money. I'm not going to do that.
I've seen them.
You've also seen Five Finger Death Punch.
That's good too.
You've seen Weezer. You've seen Fall Out Boy. I know everything about Gary now. I know all the concerts he's been to, I know how much all of those concerts cost. There's no way you went to Green Day for under $100 a ticket.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Well,
it was in Texas
or plus ago then.
No, it was in the last 10 years, I believe.
That's a decade.
Well, no, okay. I think it was, when did we go there, babe? What year? It was the last 5 years. Within the last 5, I believe. I could be wrong, but
Jelly Roll.
Donna wants to see Jelly Roll too.
Yeah, me too.
Like I said, my very first concert, since Ellen's asking, was the Steve Miller Band, and that was with my parents.
My first concert was Goo Goo Dolls, and when I
2021, Steve.
What? Oh, Wow, like post-pandemic, you guys were in Texas seeing. Which one was that?
That was the Green Day,
Green Day.
Weezer, and Fall Out Boy. Yeah,
I was underage and drinking it in Camden.
My first concert was, and this I guess you guys won't appreciate this, but people in the chat, well, I know, because my dad took me to Pink Floyd at the old Pontiac Silverdome, and it was pretty badass.
So
Even though the Silverdome sucked, thing fell apart. They blew it up. They tried it for monster truck rallies after they moved the Lions out of there, and even that didn't draw anything. And they finally just bombed the damn thing. Like,
have you noticed they always do that with any music venue? Once it sucks, it always goes to monster trucks.
Well, it wasn't. It was where the Lions played, but it was all the way up in Pontiac. It was like 40 minutes out of Detroit. So it was in the middle. It was when they abandoned it for the Lions. It was just this abandoned piece of crap metal Tim Dome that was huge and an eyesore. And they couldn't do anything with it.
His choice ranked third. I already forgot what concert he mentioned as his first concert.
And I've actually been to a lot of concerts. I just don't remember them all. Like Volbeat, I've been to that concert.
Okay, Cray wins. Vans Warped Tour in '98 in Hawaii.
Adding Hawaii is bullshit though, because if you just put Vans Warped Tour 1998, that would have been a different answer.
No, she won. Vans Warped Tour had some bands.
Okay, but also she could have just said, "I saw my first show in Hawaii," and I just said she wins.
Wait, what bands were on that in the Warped Tour though?
For 98.
I can't remember what
that still would have been good years.
No, I have it pulled up here.
Pretty bad,
I have it pulled up here. Let me see if I recognize anybody on this list from 19.
Donna's first was Boys to Men.
She was getting serenaded.
That's it. You know what, Donna? Hang on there a minute. Josh, Gary, and I are going to sing it to you.
Too.
Steve's gonna dance too.
No, we're gonna do this in sync without practice.
You don't want me singing.
Okay, out of that whole list, Cray for 1998, I only recognize 2 bands out of that whole list.
Who? What bands? Put the bands on.
Here,
put the bands on.
Here, Cody. Jelly Roll plays prison a lot. You can go to jail.
Yeah, chill out. Jelly Roll does more than any president of the United States.
No, I was saying I always see him every time I see him on the news. Though he's playing a prison.
Oh, because
a lot of cool. Johnny Cash used to do it. A lot of people have done that. I like it.
Oh, I thought you were taking a shot at him.
Oh, I think he's being nice. Johnny Cash did it for being awesome. I mean,
there's the bands from 1998 Warped Tour.
Can't see that.
Can't see how blind are you, Steve?
311, good band.
It's 22 Jacks, 311,
amazing band,
Amazing Royal Crowns. There's just too many for me to read through that whole list. You need better glasses, Steve. That's all I can say.
I can't see it.
I mean, just out of principle, Blink 81. Yeah, Blink
180. It's 182, but
Blink 180. They lost 200.
Is Blink 180 like a different band?
Shut up.
Yeah. What's sad is I only really know 2 bands off this whole list here, and it's Godsmack and Kid Rock.
Oh, so you had 4 great bands.
You've never heard of? I can't see these, but you've never heard of 311?
No.
What?
Blink 182. I've heard of. I can't think of their song though.
Blink is a top 5 band of all time.
Like I said, if I heard some songs, I might know some of them, but
you don't know who, or even like just by name, you've never heard of Bad Religion. You've never heard of
them.
Here, Steve,
Godsmack.
For your eyes, I posted the link to this so you can open it.
I'm not even saying they're good. I'm just saying you haven't heard of them.
Kid Rock back in the day was badass.
Oh, I'm sure it was a good time. I've never heard it.
I'm jealous Craig got to see that.
Okay. So.
Wait, does she have Craig, do you have a shirt from there?
She has a beanie hat too, still probably.
Oh, and then there's the other side too. I'm looking through it right now. You've never heard of Reverend Horton Heat?
Nope.
Never heard of them.
God damn it, you guys.
We're not.
I mean,
all
I
in
will.
our
I will say
60s,
it's a lot on here that I recognize by name, where I would totally understand that other people wouldn't, though. I've done like festival type shows where some of these bands have been on other stages.
What's the best concert you ever worked at, Steve?
Man, that's tough.
Wait, Ellen, what was your first? Oh, hers was the Monkees.
The best concert I ever worked. SuNdAy for free in Buenos Aires.
Who?
Dude,
why you asking and you're surprised you don't know who they are?
Hey, I forgot. I'm the
Look at. Does
youngest
anybody in
on the
this?
panel.
I'm not dating myself. If you don't know who SuNdAy wasn't just big, she was world big. She
Who
was.
is it?
Gary knows who SuNdAy is. I bet. Come
SuNdAy?
on, man.
Gary doesn't know who that is.
Oh,
I don't know. How do you spell that?
I mean, that was 100,000 plus for free in the streets of Buenos Aires. This isn't a little show either. This was a huge production.
Have you ever been to the Wembley Stadium?
Yep.
That's in my dreams, is to see the greatest band of all time, Oasis, play there.
Jesus, Oasis could sell out at 1/100. They would play in the by the bathrooms.
They've sold out Wembley Stadium many times already.
Oh my god!
Hey,
they must have had a
off,
100-band arsenal with them because they can't do it on their own name.
Josh, you've heard of SuNdAy as well because she sings "Smooth Operator."
Oh, I've heard of that song. I've listened to that.
Okay, well, I
mean, now here's the thing, though. I was only 4 years old when that song came out.
And I was probably not even a thought of my dad's toothpick.
1984 is when it came out.
Oh, I was 2 years old.
Yeah. Keep throwing them out because there's tons. I mean, I can tell you guys that.
Yeah, that's the thing though. That's what I'm saying is I have to hear a song for me to know that. Oh, okay, I know this song.
I would honestly bet that after
names.
this, Gary, I could send you 20 songs on a playlist of SuNdAy's, and you would know 15 of them at least.
Oh, I'm sure I probably would, but I have to hear it.
And
like,
Josh, you too. I bet you'd know them, all of them.
You know it's even funnier. I didn't know Luke Combs. I thought Luke Combs made fast cars. I didn't know it was a cover song.
What?
Have you ever heard of Luke Combs? He's a big time country song, but he covered song "Fast Cars." I thought it was his original.
Oh,
song.
the ginger guy, the ginger. Yeah, I know. Who
he kind of looks like you.
No, more like you. More like you, honestly.
Well, I just wanted the bank account.
Yeah, the only other show I was even thinking of, and it was more because I got to actually meet her and I actually spoke with her and her son a little bit, but it was a very weird show. It was, I don't even know if anybody's familiar with this shit, but there's a thing out there. It reminds me of Amway. It's called Longaberger. You ever heard of this shit? They're like baskets or basket weaving, and somehow you pyramid scheme your friends into shit. You ever heard of this?
No.
Well, it's huge. And they're like Amway conventions. And we were hired to do one in Columbus, Ohio, where we had 3 or 4 different groups come through: Northeast, Southeast, Southwest, Northwest. And each group that came through was there for 4 days. And then we'd have 3 down days. On the 4th day of every run, so we were there for a month. On the 4th day of every run, Aretha Franklin played. But she stayed there the whole month.
Now I know who that is.
So I got to do 4 shows with her at the end of every one of those. But she was in my hotel. She was in my hotel the whole month with her
Your
son.
hotel room?
Oh. I think she had her own floor. Okay.
Steve wouldn't be doing DoorDash on a Friday night if he was with her.
And yeah,
Well,
Craig's right here. It was Tracy Chapman that wrote the song.
I had no clue until they did the collab at the last award show.
So but she's dead, Josh. She did pass away. So
I
rest
do
in
not
peace,
leave
ORiGiNAL.
baskets while I wait for rides.
He's trying to make some extra money and go see Taylor Swift.
No,
Josh, I'll
I
get
am-
you in. I'll just put you in the crate. And
Hey, you know what, Josh? If he go down there, he'll put you in a crate. You GoPro the whole thing.
how I snuck in.
well,
Yeah, you
well-
live stream it.
Well,
Yeah.
by the time Steve
I'm in a crate.
gets to his concert in Miami, that'll be what? When is that concert?
I'll like jokingly stop because we have a system that we work with the Miami airport. I'll ship them to Iraq in the case.
I'll be about.
He wakes up
70
in
pounds-
Baghdad.
I'll be about 70 pounds lighter, so I will be able to fit in that crate.
That would be fun. That'd be jacked up.
He's like, "Where's Taylor Swift?" They're like, he's like
they open it up. He's on an auctioning block. and here we have American.
By the way, if a bear, like, this guy is the dumbest person in the world. I gotta show you this. If a bear ever comes into your house, I mean, we deal with these here in Colorado. We don't have them here in the city, but up in Boulder, where my mom is, they do come down from the mountains sometimes, mountain lions sometimes too. So this kind of thing is possible if you live close enough to the foothills, but don't ever do this, because this guy is such, I don't even know how to call him weak, because he's so lucky the bear doesn't kill him. Luckily, the bear's not in any kind of aggressive mood and must have just eaten, because even a non-aggressive bear would kill for this. Like, if a bear does come, you guys grab pots and pans, don't run at him, but don't back off, and don't be soft voiced. Like, bang stuff, make lots of noise, wave your arms, all that stuff.
Get out of here. Go on. Go. Take off, bud. Go on. Go. Go on. No. That way. Go on. Go on. Get out of here. Go. Go on. Go on. Go. Get. Go on. Time to leave. Get.
Why is his door, his garage door, his back door all open? And he lives in bear country.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Like, why? That's what I said. why is his garage open?
I mean, to me, that's like, it's like being naked and taking peanut butter and going, "Go, get out of here. You don't want any of this."
I'm burning that house.
Is it illegal to shoot a bear if it comes in your house?
Dude, no, I mean, you do what you got to do, man. That's a, the funny thing is when he shuts that door, did anybody notice? And people probably just think like, okay, look how slow that bear actually is. They can run fast, first of all, but do you know that if a bear goes boom like this, that door goes straight down off the hinge?
Yeah, it could.
I mean,
They
it's just
weigh
like
a
us knocking. If that bear gave that kind of pressure, the door comes off the hinge. It's like that door does nothing.
Like, I wonder. I mean, it's probably good he didn't shoot the bear, but my first instinct would be to shoot the bear.
Dude,
I'm getting the hell out of the house. I'm not shooting the bear.
Wait, you're gonna go outside your house?
You're gonna let the bear. You're gonna let the bear win. You just fold.
I don't care.
You moving out, Josh?
No big deal. I'm not coming back to that house.
Ever?
No, I'm just.
Josh
I'm going into Josh's house with a bear suit. Then
Josh ain't even gonna warn his girlfriend or anything. He's just gonna text her, "I'm leaving."
I'm coming to Prince of Persia.
I'm moving. I got a free place to stay in Florida. I know I can stay.
I got a free place to live forever in
But we
Philadelphia.
got
I just gotta wear a bear suit.
you can't stay with me, Josh, because you're gonna just let an alligator take over my house.
That is true. I know where I'll go. I'll go to Georgia and stay with Mo's Gigs.
Alabama, Southern Alabama.
Oh, it's Alabama.
She's
But I
close to
can't believe
Alabama.
I'll be in a bear suit
Hey, Pedro.
coming in and like, what's up, Josh?
Still run on. Absolutely not.
Josh can be out. The only time Josh is ever going to run.
I'd be afraid I'd trip over my own feet because my shoes aren't tied.
Wait.
I can't believe you just give. I mean, I get you're not supposed to attack it, but dude, I can't believe you'd give up your house just because a bear.
What are you going to do about your sneaker collection, though?
Oh,
what's up, Pedro?
I might have to stay.
You ain't gonna. He won't fight for his girlfriend and the kids, but he'll fight for that sneaker collection.
You do realize that sneaker collection is more than my girlfriend's worth.
Okay, so what if is she listening to this?
No.
Hey, can you send her the clip?
I'm gonna
Can you send Josh's girlfriend the clip of him saying that?
Yeah. Let's just clip it out and send it to her.
Like my sneakers are worth more than my girlfriend.
I got probably 20 or 30 pairs of sneakers that are $500 or more. You got to give those up.
What's your most expensive pair of sneakers you got?
What's up, Roy?
I'm embarrassed to even say. I've spent over $1,200 for a pair of sneakers.
That's your most expensive? I would have thought you had something more expensive than that.
No, I've never worn them yet either. They're just sitting in the box.
Craig Ray says Josh has more sneakers than he does hair. Jabbing you.
Greg,
what about not like beard hair? He's got, if you count the beard hairs, he's got it probably.
Yeah, I noticed I got a lot of grays in there. I said, "Damn, I'm gonna have to get my barber to give me a little dye job this weekend."
Wait, you still haven't worn those shoes you bought in New York City?
No, they're sitting in the box.
Dude, to the freaks that buy shoes like Josh, they collect them, dude. They don't wear that shit.
I wear them. I just have to.
It's like those weirdos who have action figures in box from the 50s and shit.
I just have to have the certain special.
You mean the ones that are now making millions of dollars off of selling that crap? Is that the ones you're talking about?
The same. One the same.
I can't wear a pair of Jordans to go pick up food or something. I gotta go to the casino or something. Gotta have a nice outfit with it. Never know.
I saw some of these, you guys. Did you guys see any of that Vegas wind? Jesus. I think they delayed like 500 flights. They canceled a ton. I mean, there was wind whipping through casinos because it was blowing the security doors open.
I posted a link. Roy said he wanted to join, but Roy, you gotta practice ELE, no gig talk.
Dude, you don't have to tell Roy no gig talk.
When Gary and I went to,
loves that.
When the Middletons and I went to New York City, I spent over $500 on 2 hoodies for the kids. For his kids,
like that's crazy. Like I wouldn't spend $50 on a hoodie for my kid.
And then I had to treat the girlfriend to marijuana.
Oh, the girlfriend? Really? Just the girlfriend, huh?
It's always nice when you have somebody to blame for something, huh?
I know. I'm still waiting for Donna. I'm still waiting for Donna to send me a hoodie that she ruined. Got all that pizza sauce all over me.
What's up, haters? What's up?
Look at that. We got stripper Paul Roy.
What's up?
Stripper Paul Roy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Roy's got the room going now, man. Look at even the flag is electrified.
We were talking about that earlier in my live stream. I'm gonna go get on Craigslist, hire a couple girls, pay them like $20 an hour to stand in the background for a couple hours.
No, I think you need to hire people like Josh and that wear a Speedo. It'd be a lot funnier.
I'm not wearing no damn Speedo.
Like they can super chat to have him put clothes back on. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
That's what
Banana
you do.
hammocks are swinging.
Roy, you get a couple girls in there, and you can have all your super chats go to them. Because they're payments.
Exactly.
Look at you, looking all legit there. You got a monitor. You got an actual PC now too.
Yeah, I'd say I'm on a laptop right now.
I told you, I watched Roy like install memory into the thing. He flipped it over. He did like a whole operation on it.
Yep.
Yeah, but you told me it was like the bomb squad.
Yeah, it was because he had the light. We're all watching in a live stream. None of us can help him. It's like he's like.
Yeah,
I mean, he did it right.
He was impressed. I didn't even curse or anything the whole time I did it. I didn't say did drop a F-bomb or nothing.
Hey Gary, on I think it's August. I think it's April 6th or something. Oklahoma is going away.
Okay, good.
Because why?
The warning of a time traveler from 2714 for 2024 is truly chilling. These are 5 warning dates in the following months of 2024. You have to be aware. On April 6th, the largest tornado in recorded history, run through Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is over 15 miles wide and has 650 mph wind speeds. It is considered the first F6 tornado. On May 27th, the Second Civil War began in the United States when Texas seceded from the rest of the country. Other states soon follow and other countries join in. It soon turns into WW3, nuclear weapons are used, and the USA crumbles. On September 1st, an alien called the Champion takes 12,000 people to another habitable planet to save us. The others are on the way. They want to destroy Earth as we have advanced too much. On September 19th, the first ever Category 6 hurricane occurred on the U.S. East Coast, mainly the Carolinas. On November 3rd, the largest creature was discovered in the Pacific Ocean, the Serene Croan. It is 6x the size of the blue whale.
Did you hold on before we get into any of that? Did you notice all that is AI generated images?
Yeah, and voice.
Yeah,
the whole thing. Yeah,
but here's the thing: I'm still waiting on all that, guys. I follow him on TikTok. Still waiting on all his 2023 crap to come real.
Yeah, he is the Nostradamus of bullshit, dude. But I mean, like this time, normally he just says this will happen in this year, but these are dates. Like, okay, April 6th, really? Tulsa's gone on April 6th. Like, I mean, if I lived in, does anybody take? And who thinks they made the 12,000 person cut for the aliens?
Flex.
I thought that was
like,
a
where's
pretty
Flex
weak
at?
number, dude. It's like they're gonna take 12,000, then a bunch of other aliens are coming to kill you. Like, okay, well,
it's strange. May 3rd was probably I believe it's the biggest tornado to hit Oklahoma. May 3rd was. Like, I don't know the year. I have to look it up. But
well, he's saying May. I mean, not
April.
far after that.
That's what I'm saying. He's saying before
the
that.
Union starts the Civil War. So, and then World War III happens the next one. I mean, we got some
1999.
months,
yeah, 1999, May 3rd. Which is funny because I was actually the May 3rd tornado that in 1999 actually hit like half a mile from my house, and I mean it was just like complete destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's funny that he's picking April as his date.
Probably going by weather patterns.
Yeah, it's tornado season around there.
You guys all know how these look. Some van life people look at. I think the only people who watch those kind of channels are people. Obviously, you have to have a certain look and appeal to you. This guy's doing like some kind of van life bullshit, but it's like as trashy as it comes. And like,
hey,
I think you're supposed to watch his shit, but like, hey, I got to tell you, like this, I'm gonna play you guys something that none of us would watch this. This happens to people, but he shouldn't like this. He shouldn't be proud of this.
It's 6 in the morning in the Chick-fil-A parking lot in Florida. This is exactly what I do for my morning routine every day. First, let's take all the window covers off so that the car is drivable. Then we'll take the visor down, take down the windshield cover. Then we can stow them away underneath the bed. We got a little condensation buildup, so we hit it with the defrost. Got to stay hydrated. Took some vitamin D and ashwagandha. Ate a banana. Then we drove over to the park so I could brush my teeth and get a run in. Did 4 miles. It is the 75 hard, day 7. This is the second 45-minute workout. Took a shower, deodorant, and it was storming when I got outside. So we had the dogs out. We went to Piggly Wiggly. Picked up some cheap baby carrots, cooked up an egg Sammy at this gazebo underneath the beach, ate that right then and there, and then I went to Walmart to cook up some chicken and rice and the baby carrots that we bought at the Piggly Wiggly. I streamed all this on TikTok, by the way, but I'm banned for a week, so I'll soon be live on kick.com/Michael Hickey. Go follow me, and good night.
What? Why though? I'm sorry. Like, I understand that happens to people. I know people who are living out of their cars and that happens, but like he doesn't seem like it's a bad story. I feel like he's bragging. Like, look at my lifestyle. Like,
he's trying to do the van life. Have you not seen the van life people?
That's what I just said. I said, if I'm going to watch one of those, I'm going to watch somebody who decked out a good Sprinter van or something and did something cool with it. Not just this guy going, hey man, I can cook. I don't know.
But I mean, some gig workers are now switching to that.
Wiggly.
Some gig workers are switching to that model though too.
That's because they don't make.
That's
money.
not van life, dude. That's. I mean, it happens, but that's hardship.
That's because they don't make money, Gary.
Why restaurants don't let people use their bathrooms because of people.
Yeah, and that was the other thing, Roy. Did you see the bathroom he chose to film? Like, now I'm going to go to the. I wouldn't have brushed my teeth in that thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's the reason, why restaurants be like, "Nope, can't use our bathroom," because motherfuckers walking in there taking baths.
What's weird? Why didn't he just brush his teeth whenever he took a shower?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Why didn't he just brush his teeth using water outside by the car, man? Like, I wouldn't take it in that bathroom. That bathroom had everything on the walls.
Wait, Gary,
maybe he had to take a Duke, so he got two for one. Man. Take a doo or something.
All the more reason not to take the toothbrush, dude.
Yeah, right? I mean, little feces on the brush. I mean, what's the big deal?
Yeah, right?
When
I
Gary
don't know.
came up here,
Maybe he helped use the grit from the doo-doo chips to fucking get the shit off his teeth.
And what is that platform he said he's going to? Is it Kick? What is Kick?
Kick is like Twitch.
Yeah,
it's owned by somebody that used to run Twitch. He started up a rival platform.
Okay,
but Twitch is like, it's giving these morons like Neon and all these other dweebs a platform to get rich, and it's wild. Like, there's nothing about these people that are interesting, but they have millions of followers, and it's crazy.
Oh, you don't think that's interesting? How do you feel about gig workers that work 7 days every week, 15 hours?
Actually, in that scenario, I would say maybe you should live in your car. I mean, because you're wasting money on your house. So, like, you could be making a lot more if you don't have a house payment.
I mean,
or get one of those. What the hell are they called? That they, like when you're moving, they come and bring you they park it out front.
The pod.
Yeah, get a pod and live in that thing. Just have it put in front of a nice house.
Get one of those little houses you can buy at Home Depot and set up shop.
Dude, you can buy houses on Amazon now. Have you seen this?
Yeah,
they're like container homes, and they come drop.
They fold them out too. You fold them out and put. I watched somebody buy it, and they're cheap. They're like $12,000.
You get a tough shed. Be living out in the backyard.
Yeah, but it's like 8 times the size of a tough shed.
Yeah, but it's like $12,000 or $10,000 or something like that. I was like, if you had a piece of land, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
a piece of land, another $10,000, you have a whole home. Now, I mean, you still got to get the plumbing and all that stuff hooked up, but
just pay $20 a week to have an outhouse and have them come drain that motherfucker.
Yeah. Probably true. Yeah, but then you got to walk. Depending on where you live, you got to walk outside. It might be cold,
or just get a bear suit and walk into Josh's house. You got a free place to live forever.
Free house forever. Just be like, somebody walk in with a generic ass bear suit, and be like, "Rawr!" Josh runs.
Just don't steal my sneakers.
You're like in there going "Rawr," and then he doesn't run. You're like, "Josh, beat it," and he leaves.
You do the same thing to him that he did. That's funny.
Like put his sneakers on as a bear.
Steve, that's one way to get killed. Don't touch my damn sneakers.
Now you'll fight the bear if he touches your sneakers.
Yeah, don't even look at him.
That'd be fucking hilarious, fucking man.
Wait. Is it any pair of sneakers you own, Josh, or just certain sneakers?
It's certain sneakers. If they look brand new and haven't been worn, don't touch them.
Like if they get your Adidas, you know.
Come on, bro. This is my thing. I've never worn.
Ain't gonna sacrifice your life for no Adidas. What the fuck?
I've never worn Adidas in my life. My mother and father would disown me if they ever saw me wear Adidas.
Are you a sweatshop family?
No,
he's a Nike guy.
I am only Nike. I did not grow up on the poor people sneakers. Adidas are like.
Not only
Adidas
that, you
are
grew
like
up on the back
Android.
of sweatshops.
I don't care about the sweatshops. Make them let them.
Oh, you want to iPhones, people?
Yeah, he is an iPhone person as well, by the way.
Not all iPhone people are against sweatshops or for sweatshops.
Well, how does that make you feel when they're making 30 cents an hour to build your shoes and you got to pay $500 for it?
It doesn't really affect me because I'm gonna sneaker bot them sneakers and resell them to idiots paying $500 for them.
What's an interesting comment there is say you don't care about that, but yet you would care that you have to pay $12 for a Big Mac because they have to pay the worker $15 an hour.
I don't eat Big Macs, but
well, you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying.
Like if you had to pay $12 for a slice of pizza.
This is.
I think Josh comes down to. I've traveled the world doing production work, so I know. Like, I think he comes down to the point of like, dude, how much is your rent? $1 a month? Don't complain about your pay then.
This is the thing with me. I don't look at prices. If I can't,
you ever notice how interesting that is? Oh, I don't care if they get paid 30 cents an hour. I'll pay $600 for it. But God forbid I pay $12 for a Big Mac because I got to pay the worker there $15 an hour.
But the thing with me is I don't look at the prices. I don't. If I can't afford it, then it's what I mean. I'm going to find a way to afford it.
But see, you can't blame the individual buying the shoe. You got to blame the corporations.
Can I blame Josh?
Yeah, you can blame Josh. I don't care if you blame Josh.
No, I know. Obviously. I mean, not to be mean, but without the sweatshops, clearly those people don't have a job because if there was something better, they'd go get it.
Right.
Yeah, but those 30 cents over there is probably millions for them people.
See, there it is. That's what I was saying. I didn't want that to be said.
Well, fuck, rice don't cost that much to cook. Shit, they eat mostly rice anyways. But shit ain't
that's right. Have it your way. Gang, stand up.
And as we've seen with the C word, shit, they eating bat balls and all that other nasty shit. They just put on the top.
Balls. They just dip. Wait. Are they like wrapping them or are they just dipping them?
Dude, that sounded good.
Try making egg rolls with those motherfuckers and everything else.
Little barbecue
over there, got
sauce.
the bat by the wings, just dipping his balls in some soy sauce.
No shit.
Like, oh, these look good.
Yeah, got them on fucking skewers out in the middle of the street, like flipping them over and shit. Fucking
you know, it's strange. I was again TikTok. I was watching somebody walk through. I believe it was India, and it looked like the most ran down country in the world. I mean, it looked like somebody just dropped a bomb on that damn street. It looked terrible. Like the roads weren't roads; they were just like mud everywhere with craters in them.
Pool.
Yeah, there you go, Uber pool.
I thought we don't talk about gig work on
that ride. Probably cost each passenger like $45 too, and driver.
If this thing stopped in the sand, it would never get going again. So you have to just run and jump on.
Yeah,
because there's no way that thing's getting moving again in that sand.
Yep. That's a $4 for a 10-mile drive right there.
But I'm watching this guy walk through the streets of this ran down wherever he was at. But it was some of the best looking food I've seen them cook anywhere. Yeah. You know, it was like, why is it so ran down if they have such good looking food?
Yeah, I'm sure if you went over there and ate that, you'd probably come back about 40 pounds lighter because you shit everything out of your system and then some. They probably got they got the industrial strength stomachs there, bro. Because some of that shit, there's no fucking way.
Dude, and by the way, for those that don't visit Mexico often, Montezuma's Revenge is a real thing.
No shit.
The what?
If you accidentally drink some water,
yeah, the water.
That thing's real, man.
Like, better boil it.
Your stomach ain't gonna like you after that, because
I mean, you better get a bottle with a sealed cap. Like even at a restaurant, they're like, "You want bottled or tap?" I always am shocked by that. I'm like, seriously? Are you kidding me? Like,
bottled or tap? Is that a choice?
They don't know how long you've lived there. You might have built up the fucking industrial strength stomach to drink the tap water. They don't know.
Well, I remember because I was at one place that said bottle or tap, and I just, politely said bottle, please. And I remember they brought the bottle with the top off, and I was like, wait a minute. They brought me out like a plastic bottle of water without a top.
Yeah, shit.
I'm like, so this is just the tab.
Rodeo there sitting there with a microscope. This is not bottled water, motherfucker. I can see the amoebas. I can see the amoebas floating in this motherfucker.
I can see the turds are floating.
Exactly. What the fuck
what's that black stuff in there?
What's that worm-looking thing? Oh no, hell no! I better get in the appraisal. Just give me a Coke. Just give me a Coke.
Yeah.
Carbon will kill it.
Yeah. Tremaine was gonna. I know Tremaine has some church things going on today, but I wanted to say Tremaine's movie Simp. Did you see this? And he like won some. I wish he was here to say it because I don't know it, but he won some award for the premiere. And so in Sacramento, he's premiering at the IMAX, like the really big one there for Simp. So I thought that was pretty cool. Again, taking a step up. I know he's not Paramount or anything yet, guys, but he's gaining ground. Somewhere. Yeah, I mean, he's got some real production movies out there. I mean, some of you guys have seen some of the funny stuff he does, like the Bigfoot one. It was a much lower budget, but like Rideshare was really good for that $60,000 budget he had.
We don't talk about gig work on Sundays.
That's a movie, bro.
That's a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, you should watch it. You should watch it, Josh. It's free on YouTube in 4K, I think.
I got NASCAR today and then wrestling.
Yeah. Circles.
Yeah, so that's what I was into. I said, I bet you they go loud.
While the gig workers are picking up $6 Chick-fil-A orders, I'm winning hundreds of dollars. But Gary, I wanted to say I'm at Sonic right now, about to get some soft pretzels.
Dude, you're never gonna start this diet ever.
It's gonna start tomorrow.
That's what you said last week.
I know, but then I couldn't start.
And then you blah 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 blah. Couldn't start it. I was moving. Then I couldn't start it because I had leftover pizza. Then I couldn't start it because the girlfriend was breathing.
Gary doesn't think I can lose 100 pounds in a year. And I said,
wait, you've already been on a diet supposedly for like a week and a half now, or 2 weeks, and you haven't even started.
I'm giving myself all the good foods before I do it.
That's what last weekend was supposed to be for.
DoorDash had a $1 peak. DoorDash had a $1 peak pay. I couldn't resist. Had to go out.
Rug
you
of
gonna go
Persia.
out right and get that $1 peak?
No, he's talking about why you can't start your diet.
Oh, I don't chase DoorDash peak pay.
I don't think he wants to. Until you want to, you're never gonna.
Oh, I want to.
If you want to, you
I ask him every day. So like this whole last week, I've asked him every day. So what'd you eat? What'd you eat? What'd you eat? What'd you eat?
Then what does he say? I mean,
well, what was those chips you had? that you said
Is he
tasted
like,
like
is he like
ass.
lying to you or something? Like,
No, he tells me. Like I say, he just told me he's at Sonic.
All right.
Chicken and waffle chips. They were disgusting.
He got some. No, they weren't just chicken and waffle chips. They were like protein healthy chicken and waffle chips.
Oh, then
So
they really taste like ass then.
yeah, exactly.
It just tasted like syrup.
Dude, I finally went to, remember when you were here, Gary, and Max was saying that he was going to what is it called? Cane's Chicken.
Raising
And I was
Cane's.
like, what the hell's that? You know, like I didn't even know what it was. And you knew, and you're like, oh, it's just chicken strips.
Chicken tenders.
I finally went there, dude. It was like $17 for like 5 chicken tenders. I'm not kidding. It was more than any other good restaurant that I'd go
about
through.
The prices.
That's what I told
That's
you.
a big deal, dude. It was $20 for like chicken tenders, bro. 5
chicken tenders. Yeah,
And
just
they're bland.
tenders.
And they're bland as fuck.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
it's
dude,
the
I did not
sauce.
get the excitement about it.
That's why
It's
you got to
the
get
sauce
the
that makes
the
it.
sauce that makes their shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like whenever I was up there, Max, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's the best. I love them." Blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, they're terrible.
And I'm in the other corner because I'm like, I hadn't been there yet, but I'm like, how the hell are you affording this? Like as soon as I went through there, I'm like, wait, how are you going here, dude?
Wait,
I
but
need, like,
have you looked at prices in general? I know you don't eat out a lot because you do the home meals and stuff. But have you looked at prices in general of fast food? They're not cheap anymore.
Oh hell no, bro.
McDonald's,
no.
one meal at McDonald's is $12-13.
I
One meal. Yes.
And don't go eat at Carl's Jr. because you.
Is it really for real? Like
Yeah,
it's over $10 everywhere.
Yes.
for real.
You have to take a loan out at Carl's Jr. to eat fucking thing.
The last time I went to McDonald's for the kids last weekend for breakfast, and it cost me $55. And I was like, Jesus, damn! What? I mean, McDonald's, you get a little expensive here. It was just breakfast. It was 6 hash browns, and like 4 sandwiches.
It's cheaper just to buy a box of hot pockets
$50 dollars
in the restaurant.
Honestly,
it's
like,
actually
when I saw that,
it's
I was like,
becoming
I was
cheaper to eat
offended.
at home.
I was offended because I could do chicken tenders better than that.
And for cheaper.
Yeah,
really
way cheaper. I could make massive amount for that $20. I could make 5 times the amount I got.
It's probably cheaper. It's probably cheaper to feed your family like through what Gary and Donna do is Hello Fresh and get the pre-made sent to you.
We do Hello Fresh.
Well, it's not. Yeah, I was like, me and you do the same thing, Steve. It's not pre-made though. You cook it yourself.
And it, guys, it does. Those take a while. Like they can take like an hour. Like
sometimes
I know
that
sometimes they say 20 to 30 minutes, but some of those take me like 50 minutes. Like
yeah. Here's an example, Steve. One Big Mac, just a Big Mac by itself, no fries or anything, is $7. Just a Big Mac.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's just because grocery price. I mean, you know this. Groceries aren't cheap either anymore.
One double quarter pounder with cheese, $9.19.
If you go to Five Guys, it's like $30 for a meal for one person.
Yeah, one person, Five Guys.
But I can at least say that Five Guys. I think anyway. Maybe I
better burgers. They are better burgers.
But they were always pricey from the get go.
They were.
They unlocked the doors. Burger, they had high price.
Yeah, they're a fresh burger too. They do it right then. You know, pure beef. You know, it's no pre-made crap. But yeah, Big Mac combo, and this is from the McDonald's right down the street from me here. $13.19. Just one Big Mac combo.
See, I think they're taking advantage of, and they're probably a little affected by it, but not much because everything they use is fake. But I think they're taking advantage of I mean, I know that for a fact when I do my shopping, I don't need to even compare it to my dumpling clients or anything. Mine, for me and Max, it's way up. I'm getting less stuff for way more money.
With what?
At the grocery store.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's cheaper now. And the McDonald's CEO even pointed out, because they interviewed him over the prices and whatnot. Even he says it is cheaper now for people to eat at home than it is for them to go out to eat.
That's always been the case, though.
No, it hasn't. No, because you used to have like dollar menus to where you could actually get menus like $1. Now everybody has a $3, $4, $5 menu. There's no more dollar menus. So
I can
like,
speak for my city. Our food trucks are amazing, and they're still fair priced.
That's the one thing we don't have is food trucks.
That's because Philly sucks, dude.
That's because Philly has no damn parking.
That's because they'll get carjacked before they can make the hamburger.
Yeah.
See, those are 3 good answers.
They're in the back trying to flip a burger and the truck starts moving. They're like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
what the fuck? Somebody's carjacking my shit.
He's like, the guy's like carjacking. He's like, finish that burger and then jump out.
Yeah, right. He'd be like, I'll take a 6-pack. I'll take that 6-piece wing and give me the keys with this motherfucker.
That's the thing. When Gary came up here, he didn't realize like every restaurant locks the door to the restroom or they don't have a restroom. He's like,
yeah, like how do you not have a restroom in your restaurant? Like I'm coming in to sit down and eat at your restaurant, and I can't use your restroom.
That's because of turds like the guy we saw earlier brushing his fucking teeth.
Like
did you see that bathroom?
It's a very strange concept to me, you know, because like I mean, first off, almost everywhere in Florida I go, everywhere in Oklahoma I go, I can use the restroom at any place I walk into. Some say, hey, you have to buy something or whatever. You know, but I can use it at every single place I walk into. Up in the Northeast, you know, Philly, Jersey, New York City, etc., you can use the restroom, even if you're eating in the restaurant. So if I'm eating there, like a full course dinner, I have to now walk outside, go down the street, and find the restroom.
You know, the other weird part of that, I mean, I guess state by state, but I think most states do align with this, is that if you are serving food, you have to have a bathroom available.
That would be a health issue.
They have one. You just can't use it.
Yeah, but somebody would. I mean, somebody would report that, and they'd go in off time. They would
go to New York City. Go to New York City or Philadelphia.
I guess in New York City, they just don't have time to do anything.
Or they pay them off.
Yeah.
Hey, see you later, Ellen. Yeah,
what?
it's just
Ellen.
the thing. Like when we went to New York City, like, I mean, if you got to use the restroom, you're gonna look. You're gonna really look for a restroom, especially if you're strolling around and you know whatever. I suggest don't eat a lot when you go to New York City because if you have to use a restroom.
Well, if you go to San Francisco, you just duke it right in the middle of the street on the sidewalk. So you're fine there.
Hey, be like the person, remember, with the trash can?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
maybe that's why.
You're like, excuse me, I gotta go to the restroom. Then you turn around, Gary's got his bare ass out on the sidewalk.
You know what? Not joking. Me and my son, we went out to eat, and we was in Oklahoma City. We went out to eat, and we had pizza at a local spot. And then afterwards, he's like, hey, I haven't had this ice cream spot in a while. Let's go there. I'm like, okay. So then we go down the street to the ice cream spot. And he was like, well, I got to use the restroom. And so he went to go, and he's like, oh, I'm not going to use that restroom because it's nasty in there. Like somebody just blew it out, you know? And then so we eat our ice cream and we're talking, you know. So between the whole dinner, it took us like, I don't know, hour and a half, right? Between dinner and ice cream. We start driving home and he's like, oh, Dad, I got to stop and use the restroom real bad. Like something just hit his stomach so bad that he was going to, you know, whatever. I was like, really, dude? I was like, man, we're only like 20 minutes from home. I was like, you can't hold it. He's like, no. And I'm like, okay. Well, I was like, well, I'll stop. And I told him, we had to go like, I don't know, 4 miles to the place that we could stop in a safe area. And he goes, yeah, I'm not going to make it. I'm like, okay. So, and then at that time, something just snapped in my stomach. I'm just, hit my stomach. I was like, oh, nope, I'm not going to make it either. And we stop at this 7-Eleven in the hood. And we go in, and the lady is like, oh, we don't have a public bathroom. I'm like, look, lady, I'm not asking you.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, we have to use your restroom. Like, no joke. Like, you're cleaning up from the floor, or we're using the restroom. One of the two.
Dude, when I drove all the way to Truth or Consequences last week, New Mexico, when I went into one of the gas stations and I had to use their bathroom, and it said, "Get key from cashier." Right? He's behind like double bulletproof glass. It's in the middle of nowhere. That's got a population of like 300 people. I'm like, hell's going on here? And so I said, I need to use the bathroom. And the guy gives me not, we've all seen different things. I've even seen like up in Summit County, one place has a chain around a cinder block. Okay. So you got the key on that. You gotta hold the cinder block, put it in and turn it. But this guy gives me an entire broom handle. The whole damn thing. Like a bow stick.
Sweep the floor while you're in there.
No, but there was no broom on either end. It was just the stick. And it has a key. It had a thing,
a nail through it. Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like it was, it was a staff.
You came from Kung Fu or some shit. Like,
he's like, yeah, it's right there. I'm like, I grabbed this big stick. I'm like, what the hell, dude?
Steve's like, I'm not here for a job.
Yeah, that's probably that stick was there to beat the creatures off there probably living in that bathroom. That's what you got to say for. Open that motherfucker, some big fucking rabid rat or something be in that motherfucker. Be like, oh, fucking beat the shit out of it.
But then it's like you get in there, you're like, what do I do with this?
Set it against the wall.
Shit, either that or
depending on how bad you can like hold him like, oh
yeah. You sit on the toilet watching some Kung Fu movie, be like, get in that motherfucker, like, oh good.
You can do cosplay while you're gonna dump.
Fight like you're fighting Darth Vader or some shit on the toilet.
Zoom.
I just laugh when places have things like that. I get it. That's their only key. They don't want you locking it in there. But the thing is if where I did set it, there was just as good of a chance of me leaving it in there. Because I had to set it down. So I go in, I set it down, use the bathroom, wash my hands. What if I forgot it? It's not helping me to give me a bow staff.
How hard is it to go to the local Home Depot and get a couple of extra keys made just in case, though?
Oh, I'm sure a lot of places probably have one.
Yeah.
Why don't they just unlock it? This was 300 person population.
It's a prayer bowl with a key.
I was thinking like Indiana Jones, like where's the thing you put on top and what time's the light come through?
It's in there to brace yourself.
Where's the big one?
There's the big one. Gotta brace yourself. Either that or they forgot to put the toilet paper roll, so you gotta reach out and grab some toilet paper off the shelf or some shit.
I don't know. Those things always makes me laugh because I always think I could just as easily lose this.
Yeah, well, somebody drops that cinder block on their fucking toes or something.
I laugh that they have it to give to a girl. No offense to girls, but like they're like, here, like what?
Take this big old staff with you.
Yeah. Come back and one side's all wet and juicy. You'd be like, the fuck did you do with my stick? Why is it all wet right here?
And you know what, Josh? When we went out to the crappy Philly steaks, you know what? I did have to buy a drink next door just so we could go use the restroom.
Look, if you didn't take forever all day, I would have taken you to a good cheesesteak spot. But
does the good one?
You want to be
does the good one have a bathroom? Does the good one have a bathroom?
They might have. They might have. But
he's like, we're going to the rich side of town. You can use their restrooms.
If you didn't need to get a picture with the stupid Rocky statue, we could have went to a good cheesesteak spot.
Why would I not get a picture with the Rocky?
I was just gonna say, dude, it's what your city's known for.
Yeah.
Screw the Liberty Bell, like Rocky.
No, we went to the Liberty Bell too.
It's in a plastic. It's in a plastic glass or glass, whatever.
It's in like a building now. It's not out in the open. You have to go. The line was stupid long. Like it would probably take us 2 hours to get through the line just to see the bell. I'm like, it's a bell. I can Google it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I am very appreciative that a big city like Philadelphia puts a statue up to a fake character. Like,
well,
Rocky Balboa from the movies, we got a statue of him.
Here's the thing is they actually moved the statue too.
Yeah,
like it was at the top of the stairs. They said, well, we had to move it because a lot of people couldn't walk up the stairs.
Oh, they put it at the top like you were running it like him from the movie.
Well, first off, it's not a lot of steps. It's really not a lot.
Even Gary and I, as fat asses, were able to get up the steps without breathing heavy.
Yeah, like it wasn't hard at all. Like it's not a lot of steps. Like the movie makes it look like it's a lot of steps. It's not. It's like 2 tiers.
But the
of
movie
steps.
is the real spot.
What are you talking about?
Like where he runs up the steps is a real thing in Philly.
Yeah, we was there.
Okay, that is a lot to steps. Though.
That is not a lot of steps. You should go there when we go. You know what? In fact,
I've been there.
It's not a lot of steps.
I'm just trying to remember. I don't remember if it was or not.
It's not. It's really not when you can. Like I would. A 3rd floor apartment building has more steps than this one.
Maybe they filmed that scene on a different part of Philly.
I don't know.
Like at a different building to make the steps.
But my point is, they moved the statue from the top of the little bit of steps they did have to the bottom. So people didn't have to walk up the steps.
Yeah, probably a lot of people who worked in that building too. Like, can you move this? I'm sick of seeing this crap every day.
Donna ran all the way from the bottom to the top of the steps, no problem.
So it's still, I mean, like I said, though, like what's a lot?
I don't know. Here, I'll Google how many steps there are there.
But then you have to Google how many steps were in the movie Rocky when he runs up them.
72 steps is how many there are.
That's a decent amount.
That's a decent amount of steps. Like what the fuck?
And it's not crisscrossing either. That's a lot.
No, it's long.
It's not like
it's not high, it's long.
Right.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
That's 2. That's the second one.
To me, 72 steps isn't a lot. They're wide steps. It's not like they're tall steps. So it was pretty easy to walk up.
Is that your courthouse? Is that the courthouse? What is that?
No, it's a museum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we was going to go in the museum too, but they were closing.
Yeah. So, Steve, when you come up here,
you know what? In fact, when we go up there, we're going to take the free cab and we're going to go to that spot again.
We ain't watching.
Where the Airbnb?
Damn abs.
Yeah.
Rudy can accomplish a free ride.
This is real, by the way.
Airbnb?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's renting out your bathrooms.
What?
What? Yeah. Speaking of bathrooms. Hey Roy, can I give you $5 to use your shitter?
Dude, the article that I saw, I don't know, like if that specific one is there. There were 3 companies doing it, but it said the highest priced bathroom is in New York City was $1,700 for a half hour. You can use a shower. You can.
I was gonna say I have surge pricing on my toilet, so I might run you over.
Surge pricing. Surge pricing, cleaning fee.
I'm just like, what kind of dipshit would allow this? Like, I'm gonna rent my bathroom out in real time on an app.
Got a resort fee, cleaning fee.
Like who's using this?
The website's no longer available, so I don't think it's a thing anymore.
You got to leave a $200 deposit before you can.
I went out of business
on a credit card. You got to have a credit card with the deposit.
Yeah, it must have went out of business.
I mean, but you can find articles on them a lot.
Well, yeah, but I clicked on
right, but the articles are pretty funny. They're like some of them describe what you get. And it's like, and then they can give you other amenities.
People rent out the toilets. Like, really?
And that's what you could, like, in some there were different levels. You could have them put a towel in. You could so that you could take a shower. That you could do just gross, dude.
See, they're just getting ridiculous with some of this shit, bro. Like that's ridiculous.
like this article here says, bathrooms where Tom Cruise, Nicolas Cage, Frank Sinatra, and Walt Disney have all peed require a payment of $10. I don't care who's peed in it.
You're like, I'm in the zone where Nick Cage's dick has been.
You're sitting on a toilet, I wonder if that's Tom's Cruise pube on my leg right now. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Hey, hold on, look at this. I don't know. Let's see, where's that?
You sit down and it's like you're into Scientology all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly.
Check out this regular P, airplane P. Look at the images.
That's awesome, dude.
What the?
Oh, so maybe that was their target, was like events, people who live next to event centers.
I don't know, but that's
or
just
stadiums or things like that, and maybe they'd make big money off their bathroom. I don't know. I'm with Roy. I think that's stupid.
Yeah, it's fucking nasty.
I mean, but hey, like I was watching that what's his name? Chris Porter, the comedian. I was watching that special where he's like, we need to stop catering to the stupid. He's like, take warnings off everything. Like paint. He's like, don't eat it off. And he's like, fucking eat it. Go ahead.
I'm 100% agreement with that. Like, if you don't have the common sense not to eat paint or put your hand in a wood chipper,
right?
Yeah, let him.
Right. His joke, but it is a true case. Was he was saying, he goes, one of the funniest things I ever heard was he's like, somebody got sued because he was, and it's like no joke, like somebody had a ski and somehow used it for something. I don't think it was necessarily for a tool to do this, but somehow using it as a prop or something when his wife gave birth in the house. And then they ended up suing the ski company. So he's like, what? They have to put do not use and do not use to assist in childbirth on a ski.
Well, I was watching another TikTok, and it was a nurse that works in the ER, and she was doing a disclaimer. She goes, by the way, you don't need to come in and lie about how I got stuck in your butt.
I saw that shit, dude. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that shit. She was a doctor or something. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, just tell us the truth. It didn't accidentally get in your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get both sides of it. I get not. I mean, clearly you don't want to talk about the story. Even if it was an accident, even if somehow you did do something where you're like, dude, I accidentally sat down and went right up there. What if that is the true story? You still have to make up something and make it sound like you did it.
I stepped on my kid's Lego and now I got a Tonka truck stuck on my butt.
Big Tonka toy in your butt.
Sir, how long has that dead hamster been up in your butt? I don't know.
Wait. It's amazing that Steve thinks that you can accidentally get something up your butt.
Well,
you got a story to tell us, Steve?
I mean, what if you're like, I don't know, what if you're like naked fighting or something? You get pushed backwards. And you trip over something and you fall and all of a sudden like a Hot Wheels up your ass. I don't know.
Well, depending on who you're naked fighting with, you might stick it in there, but it might be there for a reason.
I don't think you understand how like gravity and things work. Because he like, okay, let's say this is you and you're naked fighting, and you fall back, and this is the toy on the ground. Like even if you fall perfectly, it's not gonna go in your butthole.
Okay.
Like,
well, what about gardening stakes outside?
That's not going to go in your butthole. That's going to rip.
If you fell fast enough, it would go up your butthole.
It's going to rip your asshole open. It's not going to be accidentally stuck.
That's like having the planets would have to be perfectly aligned for you to slip just far enough to go directly in your butthole. Yeah,
it's going to rip your asshole open. Like I don't think you understand. I'm with the nurse. There's no way anything accidentally.
I'm trying to think. There's got to be a story where literally somebody was telling the truth when they're like, "This was an accident."
No, there's no.
There has to be one. There's not one.
I guarantee there's not one. Not one. I guarantee. I'm willing to bet on that.
You walk in and say, "I told her at the adult store it looked too big, but she insisted." And now it's stuck, Doc. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I guarantee you there's absolutely a lot of roofie situations probably. I don't know. I woke up with it in there. Then and that one
that's
sounds
not
fake
accident.
too.
That's not
That
accident.
sounds fake.
But again, even if that was real, it wouldn't be an accident.
Right. You'd go in and be like, I guess I got out of that good because she could have taken my kidneys, but luckily she just stuck a tonka in my ass.
I pulled a Bud soda. I had too much to drink, and I woke up with anal beads. I don't know what to tell you.
or a Budweiser bottle up your butthole. Be like, which one of my friends drink Budweiser? I'm gonna beat that ass by 5.
Hey guys, I gotta jump off.
All right, Joshy.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Hey, stop eating that junk.
Diet starts tomorrow. If anybody wants to lose any money, you can get in contact with me.
Yeah, you'll win. He'll cheat tomorrow.
No, I won't. I always win, so. And don't be one of those poor gig tubers that make a bet and can't pay up.
Wait, what?
I see. There's a couple gig tubers that have lost bets with me and don't pay up because they're too poor.
Oh, he's talking.
I would almost beg to differ that most of them are that they got to work 7 days a week. Fucking 18.
Talking about Steve.
I think he's talking about delivered. So delivered.
No. There's actual gig tubers that made bets with me over the years that still haven't paid up.
In fact, he just won a bet against Donna.
Yeah, no. Thank you, Donna, for the free $20.
Dude, does anybody in the chat agree that there is a scenario where something could go up your ass accidentally? I mean, I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what. I don't even know what. If I don't know, you don't know either, dude.
I know. In fact,
it could happen.
If anybody thinks that it could accidentally happen, let me know. I'll post a link. You can join us and tell us the story.
Yeah, like I said, that would have to be the planet aligned perfect for it to actually slip in your butthole.
Well, and it's not even going to slip because your natural reaction is to clench your butt cheeks.
Yeah.
So it's going to.
I don't know, dude. I mean, like you don't know when you're falling what your
accidentally
natural reaction is.
I guarantee you, my natural reaction is to clench my butt cheeks. Guarantee you. That might not be yours, but that is definitely mine.
Mine is to make sure I don't fall off a cliff or something, dude. I don't know
depends on where he's at too, because if he's out in the snow, his butthole might be numb.
Yeah.
He ain't able to fuck with that motherfucker. So.
What now? Now I'm in an avalanche, tripping over Tonka toys and gonna get some. What?
He comes walking out of the fucking forest like, I got this ski pole stuck in my butt. I don't know how I got there. Like, how to get there?
The avalanche didn't get me, but dude, something ended up in my ass.
It must have been that Sasquatch I saw in the middle of the fucking forest stuck it up my butt. So crazy.
What's up, Ron?
I'm telling you right now, I align with that doctor. There's no way it accidentally.
Yeah.
Great. No, even
in prison, it's not an accident, though. I mean,
it's not an accident.
Yeah, that's straight up malicious.
That's the R word.
Yeah,
I know.
I still think everybody's just saying no. I still think that if you really think outside the box, there's got to be something. I almost want to call a hospital. I know they'd get mad for us wasting their time, but I almost want to call one to say, I know that most of the time it's like 99% of the people even lie. Have you ever had one tell the truth?
Well, I'm sure there's people that walked in and like, yeah, I didn't think it was going to go that far in, and it went in. But they still purposely put it there. It wasn't accidental. Like, I don't think you know what accidental means. Accidental means like, how'd that get in there?
I just need to Google real quick something. I just need to see. I need to know.
I don't know. Maybe you roll over in your sleep and you accidentally. I don't know. Maybe.
No, I guarantee you, my first reaction, even sleeping, if something tried to go in my butthole, would be to clench my butt cheeks. Like, I can't even believe this is a debate with you, Steve.
Yeah, right. I know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, man.
like, at what point does it register in your head that you could accidentally get something stuck in your butt?
All right.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I got something here.
He's actually Googling that.
You know, he's not sharing his screen because he's going to type accidental butt stuff, and it's going to come up with a lot.
No, I put, has anything ever accidentally gone into person's butt?
What, a hamster?
Yeah, right.
Well, no, here. So, this is Reddit. I don't even know what to believe here.
Nothing.
But
nothing at all.
A friend, oh wait, let's see. A friend of mine went biking in the woods. His dad and hit a curve in a weird way and fell off his bike onto the trunk of a tree. There happened to be a stick sticking up at the base, and it went through his shorts and poked a bit into his bum. He was so flabbergasted by it, and we laughed about it throughout the year. I don't know. That's one.
Again, that's not accidental. That's forcing. It's not like it accidentally went up. That's a traumatized entry.
It's accidental. The odds of landing on something.
You know what? This is what Google says. If an object like a sex toy is stuck in the rectum, it should be removed by a doctor immediately. That's what the AI said whenever I Googled it.
Oh. So a childhood friend was ice skating. She did a jump, panicked midair, and crashed. The end of her skate blade went right into her anus. She had to have surgery to fix the damage.
Well, yeah, I would think so.
My dog sat on a wasp, and we had to have it removed from his ass.
But I think you're looking at it wrong terminology though. You're looking at it as it's something that's splitting your butthole open.
Okay.
Not something that's stuck in your rectum.
Okay. Then what? Let's see. Let's tear into this a bit then, because
yeah, exactly. Like candy cane did not accidentally get stuck in somebody's butt.
If you've ever put anything inside yourself without needing medical attention, congratulations. Things went way better for you than they did for many other poor souls. Okay, so in the ear. These are things that how do you get a plastic owl in your ear?
How do you get something stuck up your butt?
No,
you put it in there.
Yes. Throat, steak knife.
Steak knife.
Damn, ouch.
Who the hell's trying to swallow knives?
I was gonna say that was a domestic
penis, a car key. Jesus.
wait, did that say ceiling fan somewhere? I thought I seen ceiling fan, but maybe
where?
Maybe it's just scrolling too fast.
I think it's down further. I think it's down further.
Oh, okay, it might have been. I thought
I see it right there.
I see it.
Chain.
Yeah. Okay. Ceiling fan.
Oh.
Like
in his pee hole. Like what?
States it has been there since his shower last night.
Like what is wrong with you people?
Screwdriver tip.
I guess that's one way to play a helicopter. More like a weed whacker.
Like what are people's mindset when they're thinking, let me shove something in my pee hole?
Oh, flashlight placed in a vagina by a patient at home. What?
But had no intention of it being stuck. Like, when do you ever have an intention of anything being stuck?
Yeah.
It's the dildo light.
Well, the way I look at it, if you're thinking anything in a hole, it's gonna have possibility of getting stuck as long as it wasn't turned on.
Soap dispenser.
Because if it was one of my flashlights,
I guarantee the soap dispenser, they had a smell they was trying to get rid of.
You would have put one of my flashlights up there, would have ended up burning her stomach open.
Okay, here we go. Rectum.
Be like
now wherever you're reading this list, you let me know which one of these you think can accidentally get stuck.
Piece of lamp.
Not if it's the rod. They purposely shoved that in there.
A ratchet wrench.
That's accidental.
That's crazy.
Says was in the shower and fell, and the shower stopper stuck up.
You out of here, Roy?
Yeah, it's lunchtime, man. I'm hungry. I got a salad waiting for me.
All right. See you later, Roy.
All right, you guys. Have a good one. Thanks for having me up here. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
How you like the setup, by the way? It's pretty cool.
Love
Yeah,
it, dude.
it looks better than your old whatever you had, your tablet or whatever.
Yeah, my cell phone sitting on the bed.
Yeah.
Well, everything. The
And
lighting.
then he'd cuss every time somebody sent him a notification. Like that's not what his phone was for.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or I'd forget to turn off the notifications and fucking bling, bling every fucking time. All right, guys, have a good one.
I'd see it right.
All right, I'm gonna find something.
No, you ain't.
A crochet needle. No. Fragrance beads. That could be an accidental.
How?
I don't know.
He was putting out potpourri and slipped and fell.
No, you were trying to. Yeah, you were trying to. I don't know. You were trying to.
Exactly. there's no legit scenario you can think in your mind that it was accidental.
Okay. Had a few beers, placed a long wax candle on his rectum, lost balance and fell onto a couch and lost hold of the candle and went up there.
Why were you putting it into his rectum? And he was doing it while he was drunk. That's not an accident. He just mad he was stupid.
This guy says that his girlfriend put a vibrator in his rectum while he was asleep.
Apparently, he must have had it in there once before if he can sleep through that. Put a butt plug in, then fell asleep. Now can't find butt plug.
Yeah. Patient says he was playing with a container of athlete's foot spray, and it accidentally ended up in his rectum.
Yeah, accidentally. Sure.
Ice cream cone? How is that even possible?
It's just a cone. It's not the ice cream.
I know, but you must have a loose hole.
That's a sturdy cone.
Right, you need to work on your sphincters.
Let's move on from the butt stuff.
Butt stuff. Done.
Hold on. I got to use the restroom. Hopefully I don't slip and fall on anything on the way there. Be right back.
I'm gonna take a restroom break too, but I won't leave you guys down. I'll put something on. Give me a 2-minute break here. Quickly. And then see you in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. I see that Edward's comment here. What is this? Yeah, happy Sunday. Just topped on first words, butt cheeks. Yep. It was worse than that, you guys too, but luckily. Listen to this punk while we wait for Gary.
You know that driver's licenses in the United States, I don't know about the rest of the world, you know that you can technically drive without a driver's license? Even the cops don't know this shit. A driver's license is necessary for commercial travel, but if you're doing point A to point B leisure traveling, you technically do not need a driver's license, nor do you need license plates. This is in the law, federal law. But most of you guys do what you've been told since the moment you were born because that's all you know.
You know anything about that? Because I've seen other people talk about this too. There must be some realities to some old tort law or something.
There's a lot of people are confused. There's a difference between federal law and state laws.
Right. Federals are basically guidelines for states.
Your driver's license is issued by the state, not the federal government.
So even if you're in a different state, you're under that state's command, and you still need a license from wherever the hell you're from because their state requires it. So
that's the only difference. The reason why you don't need a license from every single state is because they all recognize each other.
Right.
You know, but
I'm saying every state has something
license
in place. Of course they do.
Yeah, every state. But a lot of people confuse that with federal and state. The federal government doesn't issue you your driver's license.
Yeah.
The state does.
I'm just surprised. I see a lot of people, and I see a lot of people do these, and I know that they could be staged, but I can tell they're not. Some of these people do really mess. Like, look, guys, I'm not like total. I'm not backing all police officers, but I know I actually know a handful of good ones. And so there's a lot of good ones. I mean, there's a lot of people these days who really fuck with the police to degrees I can't even believe they tolerate
the auditors,
or just these people get pulled over and just know a little law, or they saw some TikToks or something. They're like, I know that I don't have to tell you shit, motherfucker. And it's just the whole way they're talking to him and everything. And then you could see the cops. Some of them do get confused. I've seen some videos on some cops they're like say Miranda, and the cop doesn't know Miranda.
Yeah.
Like, how have you ever? They said in
your Miranda rights?
Follow up. Have you ever arrested somebody? Yeah, I've arrested 27 people. Okay, well then tell me how you read their rights, and they're like, I don't know it. Like, okay, like that, I can't help. That's just ridiculous that you don't know that.
Well, the ones that crack me up are the ones that are they're sovereign. You know what I'm talking about? Like they don't, sovereign citizens. They don't recognize whatever. Like,
I think that might be who's doing these that I'm talking about.
Just because you're sovereign don't mean you don't have to follow the laws.
Right, it's just because Epstein Island is an island.
Right.
Well, it's probably not a good example.
Yeah, what happened there, Steve? What happened? Come on.
Somebody told me that place got bought for some amazing amount of money, which I can't believe. I mean, like, can you imagine, like, even if you demolished the house and moved it somewhere on every square inch of that island, a child has been raped. Like, no matter where you put your house, you're still living on Rapey Island. Like, it doesn't matter. You know, and I don't know. Like, to me, I thought, and I can't remember where I said that. I thought reality show, just put all the pedophiles on it. Last man standing gets a freebie.
A freebie? No, they just get to live on the island if they can.
Right. They get to live, and
not
we'll
a
ship
freebie.
them food. Right? No, we ship them food. At least they can.
No, we ain't shipping them food. They better survive on their own.
There's nothing on the island.
Well, there's
got to be, but there's got to be a goal, or else why would you? I want them to participate, like drones live. This would be live.
The goal is they're not in prison or
kill
dead.
Each other.
Yeah, like that. I'm fine with that. Like, let them kill each other. In fact, can we ship them weapons? Can we make it like?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Games? Like, that's what I was saying. It could be like a reality show, like in real time.
The Hunger Games. Yeah, we can make it like the Hunger Games. I'm fine with that.
Pedophile Island.
They're pedophile island. We can just send them all there, and they can kill each other.
I mean, tell me that if you even haven't ever turned on a reality show, you wouldn't sit down every week for Pedophile Island. If it meant somebody died every time, and you got to watch.
I was like, somebody would have to die, because if it's a whole bunch of
the episode isn't over till one dies. Then every week, you're coming back to these 8 are living, so somebody's gonna die.
It was bought for $8 million.
Wow, that seems like a little amount.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what he bought it for. He bought it for $8 million in 1998. In 2023, it was sold for $60 million, and they plan to turn it into a resort with 25 rooms, multiple pools, and guest villas.
For who?
For people that know about it, I guess.
I mean, I got places that I haven't been. I'd like to go. That's not one of them.
That is not one of them.
I don't even care. I don't even care what you do there. Build something that's never been seen and the coolest thing ever. I'm not going.
Yeah, I don't think it's an island anybody really.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm surprised one of the cruise ships didn't buy this island.
For what?
Because they cruise out in the Caribbean all the time.
Right.
And so they make it they have their private islands out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's the only way I could think is because let's be real, does majority of people know where this island's at? No, they know. A lot of people probably know of it. They don't know exactly where it's at on a map.
Yeah.
And so unless you actually told them, hey, this is whatever island, they would never know.
Yeah, I remember there was
even now, once the resort gets up and running, people that are booking it, that's what they call it. I don't know what to tell you. That's what they're calling it. But once it gets up and running, nobody's going to know about it.
Do kids stay free?
That's wrong. So wrong. So wrong.
I mean, other resorts do it. You got to compete. I mean, this better be like some adult private island or something. You know, like some kind of hedonism thing.
I can just go off of what Google shows me.
Because, yeah, I remember when that first happened, like, or when they first were learning about that island, and it was something during the pandemic, and everybody in a flight simulator game was like all going there and in real time on the server.
Bombing it?
No, just like it was like a flying flight simulator game. It was a big one. But they were talking about it, like how it was causing a problem because they had all the online people over this island.
It's 2 miles off the coast of St. Thomas.
Wow, that's a lot closer to us than I thought. I don't like that.
I don't know where St. Thomas is at.
And I don't see St. Thomas isn't that. I mean, it's not. It's Caribbean, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not around the world. I guess I even thought it was like off the coast of India or you know, Philippines or something.
That's what, like a lot of stuff off the coast of Florida is not very far from us. Like you can make it there in less than a day. You know.
Yeah, that's scary.
Where is? Let me see. Let me see if Google Maps will bring it up. It's called Little St. James, is what it's called.
So okay, on the bad side of cops, so we talk about the good cops, but then there's these people too. This bitch.
You can go 90 miles an hour. You can't. You can't do that. So get the out of the way.
The since deleted TikTok was created by Federal Way police officer Brianna Strauss, who said it was a public service announcement for other drivers.
PSA to everyone out there. I'm speaking for myself, but I'm probably speaking for a large majority of other officers out there. If we're driving on the freeway in our police car, get the out of the way. Get the out of the way.
In the 38-second clip, Strauss tells the viewers, quote, "I can go 90 miles per hour. You can't." She also says officers will find a way to pull someone over.
If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over. So you might as well get the out of the way. If you merge and we follow behind you and we merge too, you're probably in trouble. Best way to find that out is get the out of the way.
In a statement to local media, the Federal Way Police Department said in part, quote, "We have viewed the social media video posted by Officer Strauss and can assure you that it does not represent the core values and practices of our police department."
Shouldn't it say this doesn't represent the law in any way, shape, or form?
Well, she was actually fired. I watched that one too, and I looked her up. She was actually fired.
Well, I would hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
she's like going off on social media about I can do what I want. You can't. Yeah, if I come behind you, I'm going to make a reason of. Yeah, I mean, you need to get rid of her.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, she made a public video on social media that she's not doing her job.
Like I
correctly.
don't get why all these cops are doing it. Like a lot of cops are making public social media videos. Like, how do you guys not realize that's just gonna come back to you?
Maybe it keeps their pension in line or something. If they get canned for these reasons these days. So they're like, I think the only way you get your pension if you don't want to be a cop anymore is you got to make a video. It's got to be bad.
It got to be bad.
Got to throw
be
yourself
terrible.
under the bus.
Not so much that you go to jail, but it's got to be bad.
I don't know. I saw that though, and I was like, this chick's wild. She's weird, man. Like, because I know there's other cops out there doing that.
Oh, there's tons of cops that speed all the time. I mean, like I'm doing the speed limit, they come past me just cruising.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, usually, I would hope I don't get many of these types behind me. I mean, Because that, I mean, to me, what she was saying too, she's the type who's picking out skin color, sex. Like,
I'm
she's
sure.
looking for
Yeah.
certain things. Probably just ring to her. Like, I'm pulling that guy over because of this. Like, so yeah, of course she was. If she wasn't fired, I'd be very disturbed.
I'd be worrying about that department.
Yeah, well, I mean, so
wait, which I'm looking at. I didn't look at your videos before we started this. What is the bear one? Is that the one we watched earlier?
Yeah,
okay.
The bear pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to see if there was I think that for some reason I think that one didn't go through. The iOS update thing. It's too long, but I wanted to ask you about that. It bothered me because it said that it basically says that something in there is if you did that update, you had to turn off something or it was accidentally sending, like, airdropping all your contacts to every other iPhone.
Oh, really?
Watch here. We don't need to watch the whole thing.
Wait a minute, guys. Do not update to iOS 17. There is a warning. Now, before I play this video, check this out. Look at this new update that iOS 17 has. It says this release also includes a new Unity wallpaper to honor Black history and culture in the celebration of Black History Month in the United States. So we finally get a wallpaper on the iPhone on Black History Month, and on the same month there is a warning for the same update. Are you kidding me? Now check this video out.
Warning iPhone users about some new software and an update that could put you at risk. And they're also sounding the alarm for parents to protect their kids from this feature. WWT News 5's Rachel Hersheimer joins us live here in the studio. Rachel, I didn't even know about this. I got the update and I didn't know about this until you told me earlier today.
Yeah, Lindsay, a lot of people we spoke with today didn't know either. Well, the new feature in the latest update is called Name Drop. It allows you to share contact information with other iPhone users if your devices are close together. Now, the concerning part, and the reason it's getting a lot of attention online, is that it's automatic. So once you download iOS 17 on your phone, the contact sharing feature is defaulted to on. So you have to go out of your way to just stop it. Middletown Police sent out a note on its Facebook page warning parents to change these settings in their child's phone and make sure that feature is off. Dave Hatter with Intrust IT recommends downloading up.
I don't know. I mean, I know about airdropping thing, but usually you have to say that you want to do it. You have to.
Well, no, there's a thing on your phone for airdropping. Like if you're a contact in my iPhone, and we're both contacts, I can airdrop to you. You can airdrop to me. Yeah. By default, that's actually on. And what you got to do is under your I don't know if it'll show there, but under your airdrop settings, you got to go in there. You got to turn off receiving. You got to turn off bring devices together. If you don't want it to do that.
So was it set to that?
Yeah, by default, it's on.
Wow.
But it's always been like that. I don't think it's a iOS 17. Now, let me see what version my iOS is here. Let me see. Yeah, mine is 17.3.1 is what mine is. But it defaults as contacts only. So it's only people that are in your contacts, is from what I understand.
Okay, so I wanted to. Let's at least run this one. Where are we at? Oh, it's almost 1:30. But yeah, let me run. I want to run this because this one to see it too much and it's so stupid to me. And I wanted to see if anybody can make any sense of this because I don't even get who the crazy people are thinking this one.
In the year 1988, a strange phenomenon swept across the globe, one that went unnoticed by the public but caused ripples through the fabric of reality. It was the year humanity faced an unrecorded extinction, and everything we know today is built on the echoes of that lost world. A small group of internet theorists, known as the Anomaly Truthers, believed that in 1988, a catastrophic event erased humanity. This event was so devastating that it caused a reset in the timeline, a glitch that the universe itself scrambled to fix. They claim this is why so many people experience the Mandela effect, because our collective consciousness is trying to reconcile the inconsistencies between pre- and post-1988 realities. The surge in 80s nostalgia isn't just cultural. It's a subconscious effort by those who lived through the anomaly to remember the lost world. This is why new generations, even those born decades later, feel an inexplicable connection to the 80s. They're resonating with the echoes of a past that's imprinted on the human psyche. What if our 80s nostalgia and moments of deja vu are more than whims of the mind, but whispers of a forgotten past?
So the anomaly truthers, like, and what? By the way, what year was? I meant to look this up. What year was Back to the Future made? Wasn't it 88?
You mean what year was it made, or what year was it set in?
I don't know, but either one. I mean, I'm just looking for an 88 there because
It
like
was 1985 whenever it was made.
Okay.
Was
I don't know. I thought that was so weird, like because I
And
keep
it-
seeing these, and there's something to
Yeah.
like. There's some group of these people, and it just doesn't. Like sometimes I can make sense at least of any, but most people's thoughts on a conspiracy theory. This one, I'm just like, well, where the hell's the story? What do you mean? It just
well, I guess the release date are both, because I've never paid attention that close to it, but I guess it's set in 1985. He goes back to 1955, but it was also released in 1985.
I don't know, but these anomaly truthers are. My thing is come up with a better conspiracy, guys, because that one's stupid.
Well, yeah, I mean that's just it's beyond stupid. It just is. Like, how can you think that everybody that was alive in 1988 just all of a sudden is replanted, and whatever is wiped from their memory? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, how can, if that was the case, you wouldn't remember anything before 1988, because they would have to wipe everything that happened. They wouldn't be able to take out a specific time period. Let's take out June 1988. It's like, actually, it'd have to be that exact moment. So it'd have to be like June 12th at 2 p.m., 1988, and until whatever, it just like there's just too much that would have to happen for that to become real.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it interesting how quick their story is. Like, there's no story. So this happened, and then it happened, and here's everything after. Like, what happened? What the hell happened?
Well, what I don't get is how fast people latch onto that stuff.
That's what I mean. Like, there's a lot of people in on this. Like, no, this is there. I mean, they're like, the Earth is flat, and this happened.
Well, that's why like I said, it said that that's why there's the Mandela effect.
Right.
But we've seen people prove that the Mandela effect has actually been wrong. Like for example, the biggest one is the Fruit Loops logo. Have you ever heard that one? Like the Fruit Loop logo, I forget what it's called. If Donna's still in here, she can tell
toucan?
me. No, the Fruit Loops, or not Fruit Loops, the Fruit of the Loom t-shirts.
Oh.
Not Fruit Loops, sorry, Fruit of the Loom.
Okay.
They have that little basket or whatever is on there,
Oh, and it's got like 3 or 4 fruits.
Right. Well, now, like, I believe it is Fruit.
I remember commercials back in the day where people would dress as each one. Like, they'd have their head coming out of a thing of grapes.
Right,
And
but
a
hold
lot
on.
of them
Let me show you this, because this is a real Mandela effect that Fruit of the Loom tried to say that they were not part of, because they want to say that this is the Fruit of the Loom logo, right? That's what they want to say the Fruit of the Loom logo is, and always has been, right?
I wouldn't know. I mean, I know it's close, but I mean, like, I'm guessing there's going to be a turn here, and if you show me something different, I can probably believe that that's it too. I don't know.
Yeah, hold on, I'm getting there. Let me switch screens.
I mean, that looks close to it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know it well enough to go, yes, that's it.
But even at some point, Fruit of the Loom said that they've never had whatever this thing is here. Where's my window? This one. Okay. See that little basket or whatever you want. I forget what they're called. There's an actual word for it. But
Yeah.
at one point, Fruit of the Loom said that they've never had that logo at one point. And then a lady posted, she went back through all her old t-shirts and found one that actually had that logo.
I would imagine a lot of people can find ones if they do.
Well, I don't know at what point they switched away from that logo, but it was probably in the 80s.
Okay, but what's the big deal?
Well, a lot of people for the longest time said that they've never had that logo and that it was a Mandela effect.
Dude, people are crazy to have that kind of time on their hands. Like
But even Fruit of the Loom came out and said, we have never had that logo. That's what the company came out and said, we have never had that logo. But then a lady found the logo on a t-shirt on the tag.
Maybe some of them got misprinted in the Philippines or something.
I don't know.
And Fruit of the Loom's like, no, dude, we only have used the one on the right.
Well, I've always remembered the one on the left.
Yeah, I can remember it. Once you show it, it looks familiar.
Yeah, I've always remembered the one on the left that has a little basket thing, and then the fruits in front of it. Yeah. The one on the right, I would never. If you showed me that by itself, I would not think Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah, I didn't. When you showed it, I didn't either. When it was alone, because of that, right. Because the green on the left looked too distinct to me. It was the only. That's what stood out.
Something was missing, right? It looks like something's missing. The one on the right looks like something is missing, and the one on the left looks complete.
Yeah,
but that's what people consider a true Mandela effect.
But now I wonder if you could have put like a stake back there behind it after when you showed me the second one, I wouldn't have bought into the same thing you just said. Like, oh yeah, I remember the.
Oh, there you go, cornucopia basket. There you go. That's what it's called, cornucopia. I knew there was a word for it. But yeah, that's a real Mandela effect that's going around. So that's what like I don't understand how people can just buy into anything that's posted.
Well, speaking of that, let's as we roll time here, because I got a ton of laundry staring at me too. I do want to run this one and see, because I've seen this. I haven't watched this one in full, but I pulled it because I've been watching all of her crazy stuff. And for some reason, she's somebody that gets me sucked into her talk. She's good at speaking. But this one seemed like a little way off, and sometimes I don't know. I'm like, why did I just watch that whole 3 minutes? Because I get onto TikTok and I make my stuff and I leave, right. But I will catch this or that. But there's a couple people who sometimes I'll listen to, even though I usually don't even buy what they're saying. But this one, I think is a newer one. I wanted to see what she was talking about, because I can always make sense of what she says. But
so after this global transition from one system to another, will you still have to work and pay bills? You have to understand that the whole matrix model of the rat race and the 9-to-5s was a construct that was put in place to harvest your divine energy by selling you the concept that you must exchange your energy, your time, for money. When money is just a current, it is just an energy, and you are inherently abundant at the base of who you are. But the conditioning, the programming of the matrix being an energy harvesting system, it harvests your energy. That's it. All of those fears, the self-limiting beliefs, the doubts, the worries, that is programming. You were trained to think in a limited way, when in reality you are an infinite spiritual being. So they created a system where you would literally see no other way out but to work a job that makes you unhappy because you need to survive and pay for your existence. This whole system has been rigged to make the rich richer and to make them gain as much control without you realizing that you are literally giving away yourself to them. Now, luckily, the good guys, the light side, whatever you want to call it, has already won and has been dismantling this enslavement system, this control, this disgusting whatever the fuck for a few years, and now it is slowly going to start being revealed to the population. We all reincarnated to experience this new version of Earth where mankind is free. Mankind is not enslaved to work a job that needs to contribute to pay the bills that already, like, the bills are already paid. It's just, it's fucked. It goes so deep. Go into that rabbit hole. Go. After this transition, the whole focus of our existence will no longer be money. Money has no value, okay? They printed too much. It's not backed up by anything, and it's literally just a way to keep you running after your own tail. Because when you remove all of the matrix programming, thinking that money is limited and money is scarce and you lack it and you need to exchange your time, get rid of that programming, and then you free yourself from the enslaved matrix thinking that you can't have all the money that you want. You need to work really hard for that money. Your brain is literally a computer, and it is your job to rewire how it functions. I wrote an ebook about this, Shift into Your Desired Reality, How to Write Your Life Script. Writing a life script is literally the only tool that has worked for me to reprogram myself, because your subconscious mind, if you didn't know, doesn't want you to free yourself of those limiting beliefs. It wants to keep you that way because, oh my god, fuck. I highly suggest you get the ebook if you're like, I don't know how to fucking reprogram myself. What do you mean I'm a computer? To answer your question, life will not be based around working and making money and paying bills. I strongly believe that every single family is going to receive a minimum source of income. Money is going to be perceived in a whole different fucking way than it has been for hundreds of years. We won't be stuck paying all of these taxes and all of these... I'm not going to get into it. People are going to go back to serving one another and being of value to one another by exchanging different services. How can you impact someone's life? Like, there's a whole new fucking world, you guys, being born right now of things that we can do to help one another that was not valid 10, 20, 100 years ago. But now the levels of consciousness on the planet are rising, meaning that the veil, meaning this illusion, meaning the fucking spell that everyone has been under, it's not working anymore. People are realizing that they're fucking powerful, they're infinite, something's fishy, something's been going on, and now is the time to fucking free mankind of this shit. Anyways, I don't know if I answered your, like, I had so many other things to say, but basically, you won't have to just work and pay bills. Isn't that exciting? It's fucking, you better get excited. I'm so fucking excited.
Wait, so what am I going to be doing if I'm not working and paying bills? And who's going to do the stuff for me so I don't have to work?
So this is my point with this stuff. So normally she doesn't sound that whack. First of all, she normally sounds like she's a little more together. But that one she's kind of whack. But I feel like everybody's doing this right now because things are being revealed. But I think that's just, I mean, literally, I think it's just coincidence. I think it's just coincidental times. A lot of people are getting caught because of other people's actions, like Epstein. That whole thing really did leak. I mean, like, so a lot of that isn't conspiracy theory stuff. That is truth. There are a lot of people who will now literally never go out in public again because they are tied into that crap. And even if they're like, I really wasn't, though, like, they're so done that they're not going to come around. I mean, a lot of truth has been brought out lately. And I feel like people like this and other stuff are telling people things like this. And it's getting people into these, like, how we were asking how people believe this 1988 crap.
Right.
Like, this is going to be the next thing. Like, well, dude, I don't have to work. Because she said so. I got her ebook and everything. Like, I'm good.
Is she selling her ebook? Is she selling it? That'd be priceless. Like, yeah, you don't have to work. Just buy my ebook for $1.99.
And that's the thing. Normally she doesn't plug her book, and she does like longer ones too, but she is usually more focused. That one seemed like a plug for the ebook. I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like people are coming around now and making more of these type channels that are getting a lot of.
Have you seen the one where the guy's interviewing different sets of girls, asking them how much they think somebody should make, and these young, and they're young girls, they're probably 19, and they're like, oh yeah, my boyfriend should make $500,000 a year, like. And then they go, well, what type of job do you think your boyfriend would have to make $5? And they're like, oh, he could work at a restaurant. Like, where do these people in their minds like go with that stuff?
There's a who is it in California that's pushing the new minimum $50 an hour minimum wage?
Yeah, like what do these people think is going to happen when if that comes true? Like everybody gets $50 an hour minimum
Right.
wage. Like
But
your
really,
Big
you'll end
Mac
up with
is
the same
now-
amount because the government's now going to tax 42 of your dollars. Yeah, well, you make 50, but you take home 11. We get
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like a society where I didn't have to work as much. I really would, you
Yeah.
know. But if things were cheap, like whenever I was a kid, you know, I could probably do that. Like if my current income stayed the same and everything went back to the pricing as whenever I was a kid, you know, I could probably work less. But that's just not how it's going. Everything is going higher in prices, and the income's not matching those price increases
at all.
Not even close.
Not even close,
Yeah,
dude.
you know,
In fact,
I was
jobs are
watching-
getting.
I was watching
lost.
this, like I watch a lot of financial stuff too, and you know, this guy was breaking down mortgages. You know, he goes, "Oh, okay, so you and your wife, you make close to $200,000 a year. Okay, let's see how much you can afford in a house." You know, and it's like not very much anymore.
No, I mean I mean that's a big concern is that most people can't buy a house anymore.
Yeah, if you make minimum wage, you can't buy a house. You just can't.
Even a decent amount over minimum wage, you can't.
Yeah.
Like I've watched people like you are talking about, like break down real numbers, and they're like, dude, and they'll be in a market to get a house in this city. Let's break it down. They'll do it. They'll be like, you need to be making 150,000 plus a year.
Right.
You know, like, if you're not doing that, I mean, that's not minimum wage is way under that.
You know, here's the thing. You know, if you make $150,000 a year, you can probably afford anywhere about $325,000 to about $375,000 house. That's about what you can afford. You know,
we don't even have that in Denver. We don't have houses that cheap.
And that's what I'm going to say. Depending on where you live, you might not even have San Francisco. You ain't finding no house for that price.
Well, even here in Denver,
Denver, no. New York City, no. In some parts of New Jersey, no. Some parts of Florida, Miami, good luck.
I mean, Gary, you've been to my house. I mean, it's nice, but it's small. But dude, this is valued. This is now close to 600,000.
That house?
Yeah.
Whew.
I mean, it's not mine, guys. If anybody's
Right, yeah,
wondering,
yeah.
I rent, and I've rented here for about 10 years, and my landlord's great, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, like that's what the property is definitely over 500,000. You guys would have to see it. I mean, it's nice. I mean, I'm talking to my.
It is.
Should not be that much.
Yeah, no, I would think something that house, 150.
Yeah. I mean, if you put it in the middle of Kansas, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just need to move it like 500 miles to the east.
I mean, because anywhere near Denver, though, I mean, even in Michigan, this would probably be like a $200,000 house.
Yeah,
with a lot of property and stuff.
Well, I mean, 200,000 is not that far of a reach because it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You know, so it's not terrible. I mean, the square footage size is a little bit smaller, but other than that, 200,000.
It's under 1,000 though.
Yeah.
It's like 975 is my square foot.
You know, depending on how much land came with it, though, 200,000 is not that far of an outreach.
No, but 580 is.
Yeah, 580,000 is ridiculous.
Like, I don't even know what you'd need to make. You'd need to be making $250,000 a year to take this house.
Let me see.
Again, you guys aren't here, and Gary's been here, so I know we're using visual effects,
right?
But like, I mean, again, guys, you can see. I mean, it's clean, it's nice, and
it
feels spacious for Max and I. It's fine.
Your payment currently at the current interest rate right now, if you bought that house for $580,000, your payment would be $41.05 a month.
Jesus Christ. I'd be turning it back over to the bank the second month. Here you go. Didn't work out. I only make $250,000 a year, so I don't know.
Well, and the thing is, and we was talking about this earlier. A lot of people going to the van lives, and you're wondering why. I mean, $4,105 a month for a house like what you got. I mean, I can tell you, my house down here does not cost that much.
No, I mean, but it makes me wonder, like, just how there's that street, what is 20th, like right here, Montview,
Right.
And it goes down towards the museum and stuff. You remember on that street, all those $1 million houses?
Right.
Like those multi-million-dollar homes. What are those then? Like, what if, because I know some people that live over there. Like, if your house is $5 million, who gets to, a doctor can't even afford that.
A $1 million house right now. And I forgot, that's without taxes and fees, by the way. That's just the mortgage itself. Is $65.39, $1 million house right now. If you include the taxes and fees, and this is based off Florida numbers, by the way, if I included taxes and fees, it'd be $82.06 a year or a month. $82.06, $1 million house.
I don't think that's right. I don't think if you made 100,000, like if you're just saying just that minimal, like 100,000, I don't think you could buy this house.
No, let me see. I tell you that right now. If you made $100,000, I have let's say you have no debt. We'll say zero debt, and you're going to put
20.
Let's say 20,000 down, right? So, and let's say you got decent credit score above a 700. Your purchase budget at $100,000 with 20,000 down is $350,200. That's your purchase budget. You couldn't even afford Steve's house right now if you made $100,000 a year,
or 200 probably. Still doesn't work.
200,000 a year. 200,000 a year you could. That's what I said. You would need,
so a doctor could afford to take over this house
to
like
buy your
a brain
house,
surgeon.
Hold on. You need to make 170 a year. About 173 a year to buy your house, Steve.
But I mean, is that leaving you broke?
Yeah.
Or are you kind of figuring in that they're going to have some?
Well, no, that's your purchase budget.
Right. Okay.
That's your purchase budget. That's what it says. If you make $173,000 a year, you can afford $586,000.
Wow.
That's what they say.
Wow. I mean, do you remember when like what $1 million? I mean, I know I'm older, but remember when $1 million house was like 100,000? Like all the $1 million homes were like 100,000 though, and that was like the top end.
Yeah, and they had everything. They had pools and acreage, and I'm like, for example, where my dad lives. Yeah. He lives in a decent neighborhood. He bought his house for I think he said like 60-something thousand. Right now, his house, whenever he goes to sell it, he's probably going to get over 200,000 for it. But down the street from his house is what we considered $1 million homes. I mean, we're talking about big homes, 2-story, have pools, et cetera, and back then we considered that $1 million house. Now they're multi-million-dollar homes.
Yeah. I mean, it's how much longer is it going to be before mine is? This is going to be $1 million
home. Yeah.
And I mean, like, you guys need to know all the dynamics of where I am. But I mean, like, I'm not where the Drivens are, where it's, property values are higher because I'm downtown. So, I mean, and it's weird where I am. Like, so to think that this will be $1 million home is crazy to me.
Well, and here's the thing. You've rented it for 10 years, so you're probably locked in with a pretty good rental.
And which she had bought it 2 years prior for $350,000.
Right. So, but here's the thing.
That house is almost $250,000.
That house is probably going to be her retirement plan. She's going to sell it off and retire.
She's got like 7, and she's gonna. She's actually she's retiring right now. She's gonna sell one, not this one. Keep the others as rentals with somebody else. She's been the hands-on.
But right now she can almost double her money off that house that she paid for.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like these houses are probably going to be hers, her kids, and whoever's retirement plans.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody, I mean, even though I don't exactly know how it would look or whatnot, but even people like my cousin and stuff, who's in real estate, flips houses in Detroit, does very well for himself. He's not saying a bubble or a complete crash, but he's saying things are getting pretty nasty and all that stuff right now again. So I mean, I don't know if she does, if something like that happened, I would say to everybody, whatever you got to do to stick through it and keep your property. don't be getting rid of any property right now.
Yeah.
You know, like even if you think you're upgrading, like moving, if there's any way to hold on to the old and rent it or anything, try it, please.
Well,
I
like
wish I had a couple properties as my
since I bought this house in November, it's already gone up. What is it, almost 15,000 since I bought it. The value. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That rate of it going up. Like I didn't know how high this house had got. I remember when we moved in, I was like, I thought 350,000 was out of control. I was like, this thing should be like, not ripping on my house, guys, but I thought this should be like $100,000. What the hell? Like,
yeah, it's a smaller home, so you would think it would be cheaper, but the values of the homes are more going off of location now than it is the quality of the house.
Yeah. I mean, 100%, dude. And again, the house is nice, but it's not $1 million home or a $500,000 home.
But I mean,
it shouldn't be. Actually, it is, but it shouldn't be.
Right. But look at places like New York City. Do you know what a $3,000 apartment gets you there?
To be honest, I don't care. Like that is one place. Even once they clean it up and fix migrant, and that's another thing. We're a migrant city. Well, shouldn't that be hurting our values and shit right now? Or shouldn't that be dropping values big time?
Oh, you talking about a sanctuary city?
So yeah, I mean, like we're legitimately one of the 7 now. Like I know there's a lot that feel like hubs, kind of. They're seeing a little activity, but we are a true sanctuary city.
Yeah, right now.
Like, I don't know if I sent you the article, Gary, but there's an article about this is messed up. I bet I had to send it to a couple people because they didn't believe it. Like I sent it to Michelle Sleet. She didn't believe this, but there's a push here from a lot of people to have the migrants become firefighters and police.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Okay, so what the hell, dude? Like you're supposed to be your 3 years.
I think I was talking to Joshua. Why are we calling them migrants?
What do you want to call them?
Well, because
illegals.
They're immigrants, though. They're not.
I mean,
migrants.
migrants.
Somebody that moves from one place to another. I mean, technically they are doing that, but they're also illegals.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing is nobody, because we're all too PC these days. Nobody wants to call them what they are, and they are illegals.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't call them illegals,
don't call them aliens. I'm like, I wouldn't call them aliens.
I wouldn't call them aliens. I think that's offensive. But I mean, and it's strange that we're the only country that can't call them one, because you go to Canada and you're not illegal. You're not legally there. They call you an illegal.
I was just gonna say, like, dude, how many people cross the northern border? 0.
Yeah.
I mean, illegally. We don't have any issue with that.
Well, they have in the past.
Yeah,
Canada
but I mean,
has.
like both sides are kind of on the same team there about like, yeah, we're not letting them in to begin with. So it's hard to get to Canada.
But we're not I think a lot of people get that confused. We are not the only country that has a border or an immigration policy. We are not.
No, I think that people every time I have a conversation with somebody, they say to me, hey, everybody's an immigrant here. I'm like, even before predating pencils, there was a system.
Yeah.
You got off the damn boat. They gave you a number. They did something. They made sure you didn't have the plague. All this kind of stuff. There was a system to get in here. And to be honest, it was much more difficult then. Even if you do it legally. Right now, legally is you just come over, you've got asylum, but you've got to have a court date. You've got to be assigned some stuff, but they're not kicking you out. And that's legally. But
here's the thing, like, go try to walk into Mexico. Just try to walk into it. They're not going to let you.
Well, I can just go wait and watch one of the holes where they run in here.
No. Well, I'm just saying, like, people want to complain. This is my biggest thing. Like, I'm not against people coming here as long as they do it the right way.
Exactly.
But like, you can't just walk into Mexico. You can't just walk into Canada. You can't just go walk across there and they're like, oh, welcome. That's not how it works.
I actually did see this. I saw that Biden dubbed him that the other day when he went down. I think he went down to Brownsville, Texas, where there's been like 46 illegal crossings in the last year. And he was down there and he's like, they're the newcomers. Like, that's not what you call them, dude. They're the criminals. And, not all of them, dude. And that is the problem.
And in fact, I just seen a tweet that Harry Campbell posted about him and his food delivery stuff that Biden posted.
Yeah.
You know, about the tricking of the pricing or whatever.
What tricking of the pricing?
You call it drip pricing is what it says.
Oh,
Harry Campbell posted it. And that's the only way I see it. Because I don't follow any of the presidents, but Harry posted it, and I follow Harry. And it's, Biden calling out the food delivery apps for, delivery fees and service
Well,
fees.
I mean, this is Biden's big baby on March 11th. Yeah. I mean, this is what he's, again, I tell everybody this, like, don't forget that, like, I don't want it. Gary doesn't want it. And we're going to fight everything we can to stop it. But to be honest, like, this guy's had his whole career has been wanting this. He's wanted everybody to be an employee and a union member his whole life, 60 years of doing this. Now, I think he's trying to put the icing on the cake. Like, dude, we got to get this done. This is my goal in life. This is my legacy.
I think he's a robot.
Yeah, dude. I mean, at this.
Have you seen him move? Have you seen the side-by-side clips of him and that robot?
Dude, have you seen the other day? I really saw something that scared me. I don't know who catches what clips. I know that none of us are sitting around watching news all day, but I know we catch some of these clips, and some of them are maybe even like this one wasn't even making fun of him as much, but he was called to go in and get a physical or something, and it wasn't on the docket. Did you see that this week? Like it was like, okay, Air Force One is here, and the chopper lands on the lawn, and it was like he has a physical, and none of his staffers knew. Nobody knew. And when he walked out there, it looked like he was a walker. He did like this walk where his like top half like went heavy, and he started going forward too fast, and then he like caught up to it and got his legs back under him. And I was like, what the hell was that, dude? It's like the legs and upper body were not communicating at all. Like,
they were not.
Like, like the legs kind of stopped and his body kept going. And he's like, wait, legs. And they came back under him. So like, if there is something going, like, I'm wondering if I'm in that state, would I have fallen? And do they have some, like you said, some kind of robotics on his legs? Like
some dude in the back, like he forgot to press the torso button.
No, just in case he falls. Like, nope, got him.
Nope. Override.
I mean, that's what it reminded me of, though.
Hit the sprint button.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it reminded me of, though. He looked like he was doing like the drunken walk where like you're going forward a little bit and sometimes people do a header. And I was waiting for it because I was like, oh, you should go down here. And he didn't. He kind of came right. I'm like, you don't have the agility to do that. Something did that for
it's
you.
funny. If you go to TikTok and type in Joe Biden walking like a robot whenever you get free time, and there's a whole bunch of like side-by-side robot clips of him. It's pretty funny.
I want to see it. I wish you had seen what I was talking about because it was pretty funny. I'll see if I can find that one too. But I don't think I didn't hear anybody saying, are you seeing him? You know how they always pick on him. Nobody was saying like, are you seeing him walk? Like, what's wrong with him? Like, see again, there he is. Nobody was doing that. They're like, they were more focused on this physical he had to do. And I'm like going, well, what? How about the fact that he's trashed or something? I don't even know what's going on. Like,
let's see, physical.
It would be like, what is it's not Air Force One. What's the chopper called?
Chopper One?
Is it Chopper One?
I don't know.
For the president? No, I don't know either. The helicopter that he uses to get to Air Force One all the time. That lands on the White House lawn like all the time for them. It has a name, but
let me see. Marine One?
Maybe.
That's what they're saying, right? Yeah. Marine One is what it's called. Yeah, Marine One is the call sign used for the president on board the HMX-1 Marine helicopters.
I can't see when these came out. A lot of them are him coming out of it, or joke ones, or like he's having problems. So funny, you put something in like this into TikTok and everything's bad.
now your
There's
feed
not
just
one
gives-
positive thing. All I did was put Biden physical Marine One, and like it's just like it's one big F Joe Biden. It's just, I mean, there's nothing positive here.
I think it's just so easy for people to troll. Like he just makes it easy on them, you know.
Like here's one: Marine One Joe Biden spots a little girl and beelines it. That's like the 12th one down. Oh my god, dude. These are bad. Okay, I'm not pulling it up. If you got a specific one that shows it next to the robot, you can put it on.
No, it's being stupid. It won't let me log in on my TikTok account for whatever reason. It's telling me to log in.
Do you have to log in? You can just share the screen.
No, I was trying not to, but every time I type it. Let me see. No, like every time I go to, like I can search for it, but then whenever I go click on videos, tell me to log in. Then I try and log in. It tells me I can't log in. So I don't know why. Even though I've logged in before.
I don't know. Cordura says override location of
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Though, like something is wrong, you know, for as mad as people get at him. You know, I think we all this will balance out anything bad that was said. Because honestly, I think we all feel a little bad for the guy too. Let's be honest. I mean, at this point, dude, he's a human puppet or a robot or something.
First off, I will say that I don't feel bad for any president. I don't like any of them. So
I'm just saying for what the party's doing to him. I feel like he's just happy to get his vanilla ice cream cone at the end of the day. If he gets that, he will do anything you need all day.
Ice cream cone.
Like if he can have his vanilla ice cream cone at the end of the day, he'll be on his knees picking one and sucking it if you want him to. Like...
I'm just putting this out there. I think the whole system's corrupt. I think taxation is theft.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So,
and see, when we were talking about housing prices, by the way, before we, because we're 9 minutes out, so that's perfect.
Okay.
It's from the top of the hour. So, okay, when we were talking about that, if I were to move 90 miles or 70 miles north
from the top of the hour, we're 9
well,
minutes.
the top of 3 hours. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how Denver people tell time.
How long the live stream was.
They're like, oh yeah, it's about 3 p.m.
55. Like, what? But by the way, if I move like 70 miles north, I'm in Wyoming. I can absolutely live, and I mean, it's not a fun place, but I can live in Cheyenne or Laramie, Wyoming. Small populations, and my house would become $100,000 home. There is no state tax like Florida.
Yep.
I mean, they kind of do all those things too. Like, so it's like just 70 miles from here makes your cost of living 20% of here.
Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy to me.
That's why I'm surprised that people don't do that. I'm actually, because I mean 70 miles. I mean, it isn't a lot to drive.
No, especially like for all of us who were not saying it, but you know, all of us who do gig work, we're in the car all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, so if you're like, yeah, but the Cheyenne market sucks, I need to go down to Denver. Yeah, it's still worth it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're saving $400,000 on a house, for an example, I would do it.
And just cost of living, dude. Like Wyoming's trying to be honest, any of you looking, Wyoming's trying to populate, and it's a beautiful, I mean, you got Yellowstone, you got the Tetons, you got Jackson Hole. I mean, yeah, most of it's up in that northwest part of the state. But if you can populate any of the rest of it, I mean, you can live there for cheap. Wyoming has a long-standing joke about there's more deer than people.
You know, he just posted he's a dual citizen, and I think it's a he, right? And you know, they will not vote. The thing is your vote. I learned this a long time ago. Your vote doesn't really go as far as you think it does, because even though like all the state of California could vote red, and they don't have
machine spits out blue.
well, I mean, like they don't have to honor it. Like, you know, your representatives don't have to honor your vote. They can be like, yeah, I still don't want to, and they can vote blue. You know, now will they probably get, you know, when elections come around, will they probably get removed and by someone else? Yes, but at the time, they don't have to honor your vote. They can vote however they feel like it.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, I mean,
to me,
I
think we should always go off the
I feel like the lawmakers are doing things we've never seen them do, and I mean, like literally going, "Did you do this?" And they did, like they're being caught. They've done something wrong, and they're going, "Yeah, but I don't acknowledge that as a crime anymore. So go fuck yourself." Like, what that works? How'd that work?
Like I don't acknowledge it. Like it's right here in the law book.
You know, hold on. Let me write that out of the state's law.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't break a law because it's not a law. Like, I just feel like they're using the weirdest excuses. It's like, instead of the old days, like, dude, no, I didn't do those crimes. People are just going, I absolutely did it. But, well, that's punishable by jail. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that part. I don't want to do that.
I don't want to.
Yeah. Right. I'm not going to. No, I just want to do the crime, not the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a government official. I'm going to do what I want. And like, I'm just sitting here going, dude, wait, why aren't you arresting him? Arrest him.
Right.
Like,
Well, and that's
federal
the thing,
police, arrest him on the spot right there.
Like how I've never understood that. Like I've never understood that about our country is you can break a law, but it's not against the law. What? That's never even made any sense to me. Like, how can you break a law that's against the law, but it's not against the law? Just because one person decided, oh, you know what? I don't think he broke the law. Like,
I want to be the first guy to make 10 citizens arrest in a day.
10 citizens arrest.
Like, just bag him and tag him. Take him down to the cop. I got one.
Here you go.
Got another one. Dude, I'm doing good out there today.
You know what? I'm seriously surprised. Like the way our country's set up and the way that things are going. Like, basically, did you know that out of each dollar you make, you don't actually make $1? Did you know that?
Wait, how so? Probably
because off of everything you're taxed off of,
right?
You do not make anything.
Right.
Because if you make $1, the government takes, you know, whatever they take, and then whatever you buy with it, they take whatever they take out of taxes and blah, blah, blah. That dollar is not an actual dollar.
No,
like everything you do,
it's around 65% probably is what you'd say.
No, I'd say probably less than that. After all the spending, because say you work, you make $1. You buy something, you pay taxes on it. That dollar, which has already been taxed from your check, is taxed again. The person you give it to now takes that dollar, spends it on something. And by the way, they're taxed for receiving your dollar as well. And then when they spend that dollar, they're taxed again. And it's a never-ending cycle. That $1 is taxed twice or 3 times for every person it goes through. Every single time.
And we know, again, there's a law about double taxation.
Yeah, and there's a law.
But again, that only applies when they want it to hurt you. Like,
yeah,
they'll literally these days claim they won't claim we didn't double tax you, and here's why, and use a bunch of legal jargon talk. They'll just say, no, we did. We're not going to follow that, but you better.
Right. You have
that's
to.
The new answer now.
Yeah.
It's funny that's the new answer and that we just accept that. Like, okay, I mean, you're official, and also
that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised there's not an uprising over it. Like I legitly I am surprised that there's not. And not on that, but now you don't just pay state tax. Well, I don't pay state tax because my state don't have it. But a lot of states you pay state and a federal tax. You don't just pay one, you pay both. So now is that dollar not only taxed by one person, it's now taxed by two people. So instead of you being taxed twice, you're actually taxed 4 times for that $1.
You're like, I mean, oh, and I didn't even get to mention it, but like, okay, real quick, because we're ending, so this will be good because we said we wouldn't allow this, but I saw Cray sent me a screenshot. I don't know if you saw it too, Gary, from Friday night during a DoorDash peak pay. Did she send you this or did you see this?
No.
Okay. Negative 50 cents.
Oh, yeah. I did see somebody post that online.
What the hell, dude?
Negative peak pay. Yeah.
That means that means they want you to pay 50 cents
50
to
cents,
take for every order you want to do.
Now, I didn't see any screenshots of people actually taking and accepting an order and seeing it being lower, but I did see on the main screen it said negative 50.
Right.
Negative. Did you see a completed order? Like an actual completed order is what I'm talking
about.
No,
but it came up as her city and the surge and the peak pay, and it says it.
Right, but that's just on the main screen though. I want to see an actual completed order.
Right, but here.
Yeah, but that's I want to see one actually completed.
I understand, but I'm just saying negative 50 cents added to every completed delivery.
Yeah.
Added to.
But
I'm bothered to change the wording. It should be taken away from because you're losing it.
Well, I mean, basic math says negative.
They're using a double negative.
That's what I'm wondering, Craze. If you actually
negative
took
50
it and
cents will be added
they took
to
the
your
money away from you, I'd be pissed off too.
Right, like negative 50 cents will be added to your earnings. Well, shit, dude. What am I losing money on that on the earnings too? Like, what the hell's going on here? Am I paying $5 to deliver this food?
Hey, we always said that you'll eventually have to pay them.
I mean, that's to me. I like you said, I want to see more stats. I want to see somebody who took one and actually played this through. And I'm sure some content creator, if for no other reason, did one just to do it. I want to see one. I want to see what the hell this did, because if this is real, like that's them saying we have so many dashers out there. You guys, you probably, unless you're really good, you probably don't want to dash because we're going to charge you 50 cents an order tonight during the hot time. Only real hustlers better be out there, and we're still charging you 50 cents too.
Could you imagine could you imagine if they actually did that though? Be like, hey, we have so many people working that if you want to work, you have to pay us.
Yeah, I mean that's what I think they're doing. Maybe this is wrong, but I know that.
I'm sure it's a glitch. I'm sure it's a glitch.
You think?
Yeah. If it wasn't a glitch,
they have 600% too many dashers all the time, and the ones they need to keep aren't even getting enough to live, and they know that people are multi-apping and starting to like something else more, they're seeing those people they really do want on there, and the algorithm even, you don't think they'd start finding, like, how do we weed these people out? We know they deactivate fakely. We know they but illegal accounts. We know that, I mean, this is another method. Let's make some money while we're doing it.
But I think charging people... I think charging people would set off too many red flags for them legally.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, but how many red flags do we need?
Well, I mean, we already got so many.
That's what I'm saying.
Legally.
Look, go back 2 years with the DoorDash platform. Not even to the full pandemic, but just 2 years. Now there's 4 tiers there can be in a market. Top Dasher, 50%, 70, Diamond, Elite, coal miner, whatever.
Coal miner.
You know, that'd be mine with my 14%.
No, that's Michelle with her 4%.
Right. Yeah, exactly, dude. My point is like those just used to be a number in there that didn't mean anything. Now they're saying, no, it means everything. And we're using it against you, and you don't see anything because of it. And I mean, it's crazy to me that, like, as we approach March 11th and all these state legislations, they're saying, like, we don't care. We're going to keep sticking more in there even. I mean, I just feel like DoorDash, that all of them are screwed up, but I feel like DoorDash specifically is like really just like taking a prod and just sticking it into the bear every minute.
Well, I said this on your live on Thursday in the chat that, you know, a lot of people don't realize that all these companies, they actually hire the same people that do casino games for their company.
Which Gary's being nice about because those are criminals. I mean, a lot of the spotters are. A lot of the spotters are.
But they hire these people so that way these people can know how to gamify the delivery apps. And so that way they can say, hey, you know, based off these stats, these numbers, do these changes, and you know, you'll have a 10% increase in low paying orders taken.
But okay, like I know, but why is there not an article out about this yet? I know not every paper writes on this stuff or whatever, but why is nothing wrote about this yet? I've been waiting for an article.
If you notice though, that's just, first off, that's going to be considered a glitch because nobody has posted one where they actually took that 50 cents away from them. And
Okay,
so
but
as of right now, it's just a glitch on the main screen. And I would bet that anybody actually delivered during that time period probably seen a 50-cent increase.
You should post it to like your group. I should post it on all the socials I can, like today as a question. Like, hey, did anybody see this? And did anybody take one and see it play out?
Yeah, send it to me. I'll post it on Reddit.
Yeah, because I mean, I'd like to know, did anybody see this? Like, and did anybody see it come out of your money?
Yeah.
Because if it did, I'm just shocked that nobody's, I mean, they cover every little thing, but
see, I always follow Reddit because Reddit has probably the biggest complaining group. And so if something goes wrong, it's typically on Reddit first.
Right.
I'm just being serious.
No, I mean, a friend of mine was out here. I remember this from like 8 years ago or something. And I honestly, I remember I had heard the word Reddit, but I was like, you know, at the time I was like, is that an app or a website? I can't remember. He's like, it's the largest website in the world, Steve.
It's the largest forum.
But this is like 8 years ago. I mean, I don't know if it's the largest now, but he was like, come on, Steve. He's like, it's the largest website in the world. I'm like, oh, I thought it was an app or a.
Well, I mean, the DoorDash group on Reddit has 362,000 members in it.
Yeah, and then there's other DoorDash group. I mean, there's not just that one.
Well, no, that's just the main one is right. the / DoorDash or whatever they call it has 300 and whatever I just said. Yeah,
I mean, this is,
and that's not the drivers group. That's just the DoorDash group itself.
So I wonder, was it? I mean, does this happen? Did anybody even see this in other markets though? That is something that I do want to put out there.
That was in Jacksonville. Is that where? Yeah. Craig sent it to you, so that was Jacksonville then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
I don't. My market,
glitch or not, I'd like to see if other people got it too. Like if you're in another market, let me know. Like send it to me or email it to me or something, because I'd love to see it and see it, even if like. Same as Cray Cray. Somebody sends me one and you say, but I didn't take it and I didn't do it. I like Cray Cray, I think's message when she sent it to me was like, I'm done for the night. Like,
I'm going home. They're charging me.
I mean, clearly I would go home too. Negative 50 cents. I mean, even if I was like, it's raging though, I can afford that. I wouldn't participate in that.
I would have. I'm not gonna lie. I would have taken one delivery.
Well, maybe just to see it play through. But I'm saying like, I wouldn't sit out and work, even if it was doing well. If I knew, wow, you guys are using your peak pay in a negative.
Like I said, I'm too curious because I would have to see how it played out. And then, and I would tell you, I would probably work with it. I probably would the whole time just to see if they ever came back and paid me back for it. Like one run.
See, and I hate that too, because watch, if they did take it away from people, the bad press will be so quiet that then when they give it all back to the people, it'll be so loud and all people hearing that is there was a glitch and they fixed it. But really how we see it all is like, yeah, but you guys seem to have these glitches every day in some way or another. So you know what? Like, why don't you start calling it what it is? And it's a little beyond glitches. You've written such controlling code that you're like, it's so out of control, dude. Sometimes it just rips you off. I mean, that's what somebody should come out and say.
I'm saying a 0 peak pay. Does that count on Reddit? It's a $0 peak pay.
Okay, but that's not negative 50 cents, man. I mean, that's pretty. That's where you should reply to. Be like, oh, you get 0? I have to pay for mine.
I have to pay.
Because honestly, Yeah. So yeah, I agree, Cray. Yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, but we all
see,
would have liked it had you taken just one.
You got to
just
do at
one.
least when that crazy stuff like that happens. And I
Yeah.
get people don't want to feed into it. Or you have to actually do one to see what happens. You know, like yeah.
I think
that's
all of us are a little skeptical to go. Okay, like I'll just do the one though, because it's
Just
like
do the
DoorDash
one.
going, God, that guy's stupid. Did you see that? He bit into like we put a hook out in the ocean with no bait on it, and he still bit it, dumbass. Like,
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, you have to do at least one to see what happens. Like, I mean, we can complain and whatnot, but you have to at least do one to see, okay, is it a visual glitch or are they actually doing it?
yeah. I mean,
You know, because to me right now, because like I can't find anything on Reddit because Reddit would be blowing up.
I mean, then it should when you post it, right? Like that post should, if you post it, there should,
I'm gonna post on Reddit.
Yeah.
you
That's
know,
what I
and-
mean.
and
Like
see
I
if we
don't
get anything.
participate, but I know how quickly
Yeah.
things can happen on Reddit. If you, when we're done with this, if you go post that on Reddit and say, listen, anybody else familiar with this from Friday night? Any other markets, whatever, you're gonna get responses, and I'm sure one of them will bring some maybe a little more clarity. And like, yeah, I saw that too. I took one, it took it out. You might even get a screenshot.
Yeah,
That's
see,
what I mean.
I'm looking in the last week, and there's nothing. And I'm not sure when this screenshot was. What
It
day
was
was
Friday.
Friday? So it was definitely this weekend, and there's nothing in the last week.
Yeah, it was less than 48 hours ago.
Actually, here's one right here called negative peak pay. Hold on, right here. 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, negative 50 cents. Somebody else posted it. No replies to it though.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, in fact, this was in Michigan. 5 to 8:59. So that's hers too. Yeah, so it looks like more than just our market.
I wonder
But,
why nobody
yeah.
is responding to that. Is it just like he placed this comment in a weird spot? Because people usually, again, I don't do Reddit as much as like you or anything, but if I get on there, I
North
usually
Carolina.
see something a lot.
Yeah,
Like if somebody puts that, you'd usually see a lot.
Well, actually, there's a few of them now that I'm seeing. North Carolina.
And none of them have a screen posting of it taken out of money.
No. Yeah. Like, why would actually? There's a bunch of them. I'm scrolling through them real quick now to see if we can. Here's Baltimore.
So far they're all in Eastern Standard Time. Just FYI. I don't know why.
Yeah. Everybody's saying it's system glitch. Nobody's actually posted saying that it's taking anything out of it. It's all that 5. It's the 5 to 8:59, which is what her screenshot is.
Oh, wait a minute. I did a live stream on Friday night, and Nola Grind, who is, for those that don't know, is in New Orleans. His name's David. Cool guy. He came into the live and he said, are you getting the $5 peak pay as well? And I didn't know if maybe now I'm taking it as a joke. Maybe he was talking about this negative.
And
because I was looking at him like, because what I was saying
Friday. Yeah, LA. Here's Baton Rouge. It's all
Okay,
that 5 p.m. to 8:59. Looks like most markets, but nobody's posting that they actually had the money taken out.
Can you imagine how much, like, dude? Can you imagine how much money they made if they did take 50 cents on every order from 3 hours across the country?
that I mean, they would make a lot of money because I mean, how many DoorDash orders?
And my thing is, it's one of those things where if it was an accident and they accidentally saw it all come out and they're like, should we give this 15 million back? They're like, 15 million? Let's just do that from now on. That would be my fear.
If they did it to 500,000 people, let's say they did 500,000 orders, and they probably, I don't know how many orders they do per hour, but that's $250,000.
Right.
And I don't know how many they do per hour on average. So,
but that's that's $250,000 for 3 hours. Like, on top of all the money they're taking. So it's like, damn. I don't know. I'm sure that if with all that many postings, again, it makes me really curious why nobody's posting an article then, because I know even writers watch Reddit.
But nobody's posting a completed screenshot of it. Like, you're trying to tell me in that time frame, nobody took an order?
Well, my guess is that every single person didn't know it was happening, and they saw that and they're like, dude, I'm not taking negative 50 cents. What the hell's that mean?
Oh, I would definitely do it. Like this one right here that I'm looking at right here, it probably has the most replies to it. 227 replies. It was probably one of the first ones, but nobody's actually. Here's one that's a negative $1, negative $1 an hour in Norfolk, Virginia. But nobody's posting. Like,
come on, somebody had to take. Come on, out
that's
there,
what I'm saying.
guys.
Nobody took one order. Nobody's posting the completed. I want to see completed.
Yeah, I don't. I'm surprised. I mean, you'd think people would be out there doing it too, like they'd want to. Like Pedro's channel. Why has nobody emailed Pedro? And I'm not saying he's the only person you'd go to, but he has a lot of people who watch him. Like, why has nobody emailed him?
Or the rideshare guy.
Check this out, dude.
You know, the rideshare guy. Why is nobody emailing him?
Even Pedro too. Like, why has nobody emailed him a screenshot saying, "Hey, look at this," and then look at
that's what I'm saying.
Too.
Whenever I'm too curious. That's what I said. I'm too curious. If that popped up on my screen, I would definitely go do one order, at least one order, to see what would happen. You know, and then I could say, you know, okay, well, they're screwing us, but just from a screenshot with no proof out of all these people that are posting, you know, nobody's posted a completed showing it's taken away. So I say it's just a visual glitch. And they probably either paid $0 for peak pay or they gave you a 50-cent bump.
So you think that was supposed to be 50 cents or $1 positive and the negative just popped in there?
Right.
Because I got to say, I don't do DoorDash as much as you guys, but I have been doing like little pockets here and there. And like, I've never seen a 50-cent peak pay. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to instantly go, yeah, they're all the time. But I see them in even dollars all the time. Like it's one.
Like I don't see peak pay ever. Like ever.
Well, it's like, first of all,
rare.
I have to schedule the dash. So I get reminded because I scheduled 7 days ago that I'm going to dash. But like, I don't know. Sometimes every once in a while I'll see that like, hey, your market's booming. I'm talking like once, twice a week, maybe.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like whenever you get your top dasher stats. I know you've never seen them, but
I don't know what those even look like.
But I mean, they show up as like the stats don't show up in the app anymore. Like whenever you get it, like it says, you know, you get it because you completed deliveries, blah blah blah. But they never have any numbers in there anymore. It's just it's like it's zeroed out. Like I don't know if you can see that. Like see, it says it's just blank.
I didn't know what it looked like before though.
It would have your actual numbers in there.
Oh, okay.
You know where that line.
Well, probably because that's. I mean, dude, if they show that they're using a metric, that's going to be held against them too. They're about to get slapped a lot, dude. We're going to see what happens.
But let me see here. Promos. Okay, yeah. Okay, actually, I have peak pay today. It's from 11:30 p.m. until 1:30 a.m. So let me rush out during that time.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that about DoorDash. I didn't even know peak pay was done in advance. I thought it was done on the fly.
No, it's done in advance. Like
okay.
I can see here under my promotions tab.
Right.
It shows.
But sometimes it's not planned, right? Because I mean, I'll see it pop up that we're
sometimes if
crazy
if
right now. You should get on.
If it gets super busy, it'll show up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So if anybody out there listening has any screenshots or even if it's just the one that says the negative amount, let's send it our way or whatever. Because
if you completed an order, definitely.
Yeah, if you completed it. Nobody wants to admit it. Somebody did, and they're like, I don't want to admit that I took a negative $1 peak pay. so I'm not going to post my screenshot.
Oh, I would. I'd be posting
I know.
everywhere.
I know. I honestly think that a lot of people would. I mean, I wouldn't. I'd be like Craig. I mean, I would, because I hear what you're saying, but I would hope that I'd think of that in the moment. Because at first, when I saw it, I'd be like, "No way, dude." It would just make me mad. Uh-oh. So Ron, you just emailed me. What is it related to this? Should I
check it real quick?
I need to check it. Watch, this is not going to be related. We're all on the edge of our seat.
It's a big finger.
He's sitting on a beach. Okay. I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have it yet. You sent it?
It takes a while to get all the way from Hawaii to Denver. He texted you.
I don't have that phone near me. Is it just tell me if it is. If it's related to this, I'll go get it. If it's something totally different, I won't.
Yeah, okay. Somebody right here put in the comments that they got an email saying it was a mistake and it was a bug and no deductions were made. That was on Reddit.
Oh, yes, it's related. You said,
it's related. Okay, go grab it. Craig Ray, you got to come down, get empanadas, and pick up your T-shirts. Or I guess we could come up there, but I don't know. I'm kind of lazy on travel. It's easier if I make people come see me.
Okay, it's the same thing that Cray sent.
Okay, so it's not a completed delivery.
Oh, wait, no. Ron actually sent me from Jacksonville. It is the same one, I think. It's
the same one as Cray. Okay,
right. So Ron, this isn't even your market, right?
Yeah, it's not even it's not a completed delivery. Then that shows.
No, it says Peak Pay, Florida, Jackson, West Side, -50 cents.
Yeah, it looks like it was most of the states here, because I mean I've seen Georgia, Baltimore, North Carolina, Louisiana. I've seen a whole bunch of markets.
Seems like a really, 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 really weird glitch. I just got to say. I mean, like, it seems like something that should never be in the system. It should have an if-then type statement. If it's negative, don't ever show it.
I don't. Well, I mean, it's probably. Be honest though. This is the first time I've ever seen anyone post anything about a negative. So whenever it comes to developing stuff, sometimes you don't think about it until somebody posts it. Right. and so like they'll probably fix it on a future update with if it's negative, don't post it or whatever. But it's probably the first time it's ever happened.
First time that they made some money and now they're going to come out and they're going to say, no, this is the new way we're going to do it. Watch them just be like politicians and just admit it. No, we're gonna start charging you.
I'm gonna start charging people every time it's busy in my market. If you go online, you owe me 50 cents.
Yeah, Holly, we are literally closing shop.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we've been on for almost 3.5 hours, Holly. Did YouTube not send you the?
She doesn't get up till now.
Well, you got to subscribe to the channel.
She's in your time zone. She doesn't get up till 4:30, dude.
You got to subscribe to the channel. You got to click the bell for notifications. That's how it works. I mean, don't worry. You can go back, about an hour and a half ago and listen to our butt stuff conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I think we came right out of the gate with it. By the way, nobody ever posted
a reason.
No. I'm putting this in here because I'll do it one last time. Listen, if you guys have Ellen's Playmates. I will
Poor Ellen.
I will pay you $100
I
just to
love
send me the
Ellen.
link. Just send me the link.
That's
Ellen,
the
if you
best.
send me the link, I'll pay you $200.
That was the best typo ever. Just saying.
But yeah, I don't know. I need to know this now. Like Holly, you were working on. She doesn't do a lot of
DoorDash. She does shopping, Instacart.
But Holly, did you see it in your market? Did you see this negative thing? There was a negative peak pay on Friday night, and I know she does work nights, so.
I wish Cray would have sent it to me too, because I would have opened my app and checked it, and then I would have went and did a couple deliveries.
See, I called it.
Yeah. Who sleeps at 4:30 in the afternoon? And
right, and she can't even claim, no, I'm on the West Coast. It's only 1:30, which would still be late. She is on the East Coast. Yeah, see? I knew it. I knew
Wait. Holly, you just woke up. So what time are you going to go to bed tonight? I'm just curious.
Like 4 a.m.
Why?
She's a party star, dude. I'm telling you.
Are you out partying on a Sunday?
By herself.
He's in an empty parking lot.
No, but she does. I mean, she's been doing, I know she told me the other day she's been doing some pharmacy deliveries like in bulk, like almost like an Amazon Flex though.
That late?
Well, no, till like 8 or something. It's like 3 to 8 or something. So I think she has to make herself get up by 3 on the weekdays. Which is funny because I'm like, without an alarm, I'm up at like 6:30. 6.
I mean, I get up 8 a.m. every day. 8 a.m. So Holly, on Friday night between 5 p.m. and 8:59 p.m.
Yeah.
Did you take any DoorDash deliveries?
And did you see a negative peak pay?
Well, you have to check for the peak pay though.
Oh, you do?
Like if you're already online, you have to check for it.
It doesn't say that it's switched to your orders are now getting peak pay.
No, it just automatically adds them on if there's peak pay.
Because that's weird. Because like I know that like if I'm dashing, again, I'm getting so more reacquainted with the app than I had been for a while because I just was so hateful of it. But if I'm dashing and I see that, or if I want to pause and I go out to the home screen, it doesn't show any. If it's hot right now, my market, it's taking it all away so that I can't see it while I'm even paused. So
no, you have to go in on the main screen. You got to go into where it says promos on the main screen at the very top there.
Mm-hmm.
See, it says promos.
Yeah, no, I know where. Yeah,
you got to go in there and see all your promos.
So you would have to pause your dash or not, or whatever you want to do. Go to the home screen.
And
you'd have to go up to promos, hit it, and go, oh, yep, it is peak pay right now. There's nothing that alerts you or anything? Okay.
No, not if you're already dashing. I believe if you're not dashing, I think it shows it on the main screen there. But if you're already dashing, it didn't switch.
I told you she's a party star. Look, dude.
Pharmacy deliveries, 1 p.m.
No, the one up on the screen.
PM. Well, no, I'm reading all of them now.
Yeah, but this is. I said, what did I say? 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and she's like, "Oh no, 8 a.m."
But what are you doing in that time frame though? Like, what are you doing from 8 p.m. until 8 a.m.? Just DoorDash?
She's like a master criminal or something. Or she's got the late night shift in a strip club.
She was on pharmacy Friday till 8 p.m. So yeah, like I said, I don't think we'll see one person post that they had a negative. Like I just don't think it's possible.
I mean, DoorDash has stolen tips twice and been fun. And the court had to tell them, the first time they had to tell them they can't keep it. And they said, we're showing them what they're being paid. Anything on top comes to us. They're like, no, that's called a tip, you dumbass. Like the court had to explain it.
That's different than showing a glitch and then taking the money away. Like they were using the tips as incentives.
Okay. The fact that they battle these things tells me all the time, like, dude, really? Like they're like, we're gonna go ahead and proceed to court with that one. Like, did you do it? Yeah, but we want to talk about it a little more.
They just want a lower fine, is what it is.
Right? Exactly.
Steve will send you the screenshot after we end here.
She literally won't tell us what she does till 8 a.m.
I know. What do you
so
do
everybody out there,
18
Holly
to
does
8 a.m.?
something sketchy between midnight and 8 every day.
So if there's a story of a cat burglar in Florida, it's Holly.
Right. So we need screenshots of a negative taken out, and we need anybody to whistleblow on Holly. And if anybody
And
could
Ellen.
provide me the Ellen link to Playmates, we'll pay you for all these different types of information. So I think that's what came out of this one. And so as we have, 40 seconds, and we'll be at 3.5 hours. I'm going to try and hit end stream right at 3:30. I've done this before. It's never really worked. Can't remember how far I'm supposed to do it out. Like 5 seconds.
I think it's 5 or 7 seconds out, something like that.
You guys don't care, but I'm going to go for this. Thank you all for joining us. I'm going to try this here. So in 20 seconds, this will be over. Thank you for joining. Holly, thanks
and
for
make sure you like, subscribe, and tap the bell too, because I'm sure we'll probably do more SuNdAy fun days sometime this year.
Yep. And
so
3, go.